Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll go with this one. That seed would be RPLY.
Okay.
Like reply without the E.
I like that.
Yeah.
RJC7.
Ah,
And,
like without the K.
Exactly. Think fast. Name a word that has R, J, and C in it.
Reject.
That was really good.
Oh, that was amazing. I was gonna go with rejoice or something. But
You guys both got me beat. I honestly had nothing.
Oh, that's a good game idea right there.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I think it's gonna make us all millionaires at the nerd convention,
Ooh.
which we all just got back
from.
Yeah, I mean exactly. So as always, I like to open these shows with a little bit of ridiculous banter, and chat provided us with a little bon mot, if you will, to begin with. I want to ask you. I mean, you guys are both from the South, or at least the South-ish. I don't know how America delineates it, but how do you eat your fried chicken? Explain to me. Is there anything unusual about the way that you eat fried chicken?
Nah, you hand it up.
What?
Use your hands.
But like
you just eat as many of them as possible until you want to vomit. For Buffalo Wild Wings.
But you pick it up by the chicken, and then you insert it into your mouth and bite down, and then you put it like back out on the plate.
Are we talking about drummies? Or are we talking about like
there's different kinds of chicken?
We got the breasts.
You know, any kind of fried chicken. You know, they're in the same category. Like the way that you eat a drumstick is not that different from the way that you eat a chicken breast, right?
I mean, yeah, but if I was sitting down like at a nice table at like a dinner, I don't know if I'd pick up the fried chicken. I probably would just would knife fork it.
You want like a knife and a fork, okay?
Rare.
You saw me at Lincoln's Tavern. I ordered the fried chicken and I ate it with my hands. No one seemed to have an issue with it. They served it on like a cutting board.
I was so judgmental to the
What is up with this?
What are you doing?
What happened to this Isaac run? I'm looking at it and I'm like, why did nobody tell me that my Isaac like overlay, or not overlay, but resolution is like not correct?
Oh, I thought you were complaining about how bad it was, which is also valid.
Like, it's not. The map is all offset. One of these mods must have done it. How do you
get to talk to the Gungeon guys at all, Austin?
I don't think they were there, were they?
Yeah, one of them. Actually, both of them were there. Oh, maybe Dave wasn't there. He's in the process of moving back to the States, I think.
I went to the Devolver booth. I didn't see him there.
I know Nigel was there, but he's always hard to find. I saw one of the Gungeon guys for sure.
Oh, yeah.
With the crazy jacket.
I was actually on the same flight as Brent from the Enter the Gungeon team. I saw him, and I just did not say anything to him.
Nice.
And I meant to be like, I saw him get on the plane, and I was like, when I pass his seat, I'm going to be like, hey, man, have a good show. But then it was awkward because, like, we made eye contact, and then I was seated in, like, 10D or something like that. He was in, like, 31F. I can't walk all the way to the back of the plane and be like, just a casual, have a nice show. It's just doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Once I make the eye contact, if I'm meaning to talk to somebody, I always give them like a little silent little wave, like "Hey."
Yeah. Hey guys. I understand.
Hey guys.
Generally, yeah, it gets a little weird if you don't say anything.
Yep. I'm starting to think that he might think I'm kind of a weird dude, which is acceptable given my demeanor in that situation, I suppose. So. Did you nod? I don't know, like yes and no.
Just a little head bump.
I just nod like all the time. It doesn't really mean anything, but wait,
just in case.
Exactly.
Wrong with the nod.
This fried chicken thing though, because I think that we've abandoned it before it's due. What
deviation?
I was told in chat there was like people will rip the skin off of the fried chicken and then eat the skin separately. And I was like, do people actually do that?
I did that when I was like 6. Maybe.
So many people in chat were like, yeah, I do that. So
I actually don't like the skin on the breast like that much. So like, I mean, the skin's the best part, obviously, but sometimes you get like a really fatty piece of skin. So you can pull that off and then kind of like eat the crispies off of it, but not just go in for the chew.
That's just a sign of a badly cooked fried chicken. If you got too much fat in the skin, then someone messed up somewhere.
It happens though.
There's the whole joke on South Park with KFC where Eric Cartman like goes to a KFC, buys all the chicken, and just eats all the skin off of it.
I like how you called him by his full name, as if like, if you had just said Cartman, we would have been like, which one?
I haven't watched the show in a while, so I forgot what they called him.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though: when you're eating fried chicken, there is a tendency for the skin to fall off sometimes.
Yeah, no, that happened to me at the Lincoln.
Then you got to make a decision. You know, am I going to eat the skin or am I not going to eat the skin? I'll always eat the skin. That doesn't bother me. But that's just kind of like a gift from heaven above. I feel, at least. To rip it off yourself with the intention to eat it later scares me on like a are you a sociopath sort of level.
Yeah, it's like, are you going to wear that first before you eat it? I don't know.
Like, I feel like you should be ashamed of eating the skin to begin with. Because it's just a little strange, and then to be like, I'm going to accentuate that is just, it's a little too far.
But sometimes you go in for that like one bite, and then it just all pulls off anyway, and then you're stuck in like a weird kind of middle ground as well.
Try to put
like one chomp deep into it, and it's like, do I finish it here? Do I like put a little piece of chicken with it and kind of like just wean my way down? I don't know.
I do that sometimes as well. Like, you ever like you have like a half a burger slides off, and then you got to like reconstruct your own burger?
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say that with pizza, you get like a whole chunk of cheese that falls off. You got to kind of like paste it back on if you can.
And you make really sure like your bites are like going all the way through the pizza from that point onwards. Like you don't shift your jaw until you're all the way through.
For sandwiches, Richard taught me something very useful. It's all about the grip. And if you got a strong grip at the opposite side, not much is coming out, but you just got to make sure it's not squishy. Like with Jimmy John's, I always have that problem of my last couple of bites are just meat just hanging out the back, and I hate it.
Yeah.
And there's like mayonnaise, but he taught me just the right area to pinch, and now I'm good to go.
I feel like sandwiches, like the front of the sandwich should be open, and then the back of the sandwich should be like the heel of the bread.
Yeah.
And then when you bite in, it'll just hit the heel, and it won't actually pop out the other side. Maybe that's a genius right there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have that problem more with burgers, though. Like, there's one of my guilty pleasure burgers is the Ultimate Cheeseburger from Jack in the Box. It's a fucking mess of a burger. It's just, like, cheese, meat, and then, like, ketchup, mayo, mustard, just everywhere.
That's
well, you don't have a stuffed bread burger either because it would be too thick and the meat to bread ratio would be off. I feel.
Well, you're preaching to the converted on that for sure.
But now what happens with the Ultimate Cheeseburger is you get like 4 or 5 bites in, and if you're holding the back of the burger, you're getting it covered in condiments. Like it just squeezes out so easily.
So check this out, dude. I saw a commercial last night. And Mike will talk about this, I'm sure. It's like Mouth. We saw each other in real life recently, and I keep getting roasted for calling him by his real name, even though everybody knows it. Mouth will talk about it later. He loves this chain called Harvey's. It's not like he's obsessed with them, but he's like, yeah, they make a pretty.
Hardee's.
You have a Harvey's?
Oh wait, a Harvey's?
Oh yeah, see, common point of ambiguity there. Yeah, we have Harvey's, not Hardee's.
Oh,
that are different things.
Oh, okay.
So they're in like a weird spot because they're nobody's like favorite chain, and they're kind of getting their butt kicked by McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's. So they introduced like they're trying to capitalize on like the Chipotle craze. So now you can make burger bowls. You pick like a meat off of their menu. So like a hamburger patty. Or you can also get chicken tenders and stuff like that. And then they slice it up and they put it in a bowl on a bed of either lettuce, French fries, or rice, which is crazy because this establishment has never served rice in its entire existence. Even in the commercial, the guy was like, even rice. Like, I don't know, they just gave me the script, don't be mad at me. And then they're like, the thing with Harvey's is that they dress your burger however you choose that you want it. So they've got like a Subway-style station.
Oh, but okay.
Yeah, like a burger artist comes over and takes their burger over, and you're like, yeah, I'll take some hot peppers and some pickles, blah blah blah.
To see the production chain.
Exactly. So the examples that they showed, they're like, you can get any kind of sauce you want. This dude got a bowl of French fries with chicken tenders on top of it, and then like a zigzag of ketchup and mustard. And I was like, that's what you're putting in your commercial? That's the worst abomination.
There's just certain food types that type of style for serving food is not going to work with, and fast food is one of them.
It just strikes me that you're putting on airs there to a certain extent. It was not like a grilled chicken breast. It was literally like chicken tenders that they cut up in the back room and then put onto the bowl.
Didn't McDonald's do like a burger salad at one point where it had like little pieces of bread and like chopped up McDonald's patties in it? I swear to God. The Big Mac sauce is like your dressing.
I kind of hate that.
I hope that's just like a joke and it didn't actually exist.
Not a joke.
That's
I've seen one of those before somewhere. Maybe it's like a regional because, you know, you guys have like freaking poutine at yours.
We do, yeah.
And I don't have any of that. I have biscuits and gravy, though. You can get some of that.
I've never had it, and I would like to.
Pretty good. You just don't want to get too much gravy.
I can't get down with the white gravy. It's just conceptually weird for me.
It's white gravy at McDonald's for sure.
What do you mean you can't get down with it?
Aesthetically, it looks more appealing, but I feel you where, like, you know, nostalgically, I'm like, I wish this was a little gray.
I mean, it looks like we all know what it looks like.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you can't get that image out of your head, I guess all white cream-based products are.
Well, I don't eat cream-based soups, and this is a big reason why.
Blue cheese.
It's not like brown is that much better, but you know, it's just
like off brown.
Like white gravy. I'm like, why don't you just make it brown?
This is. I mean, usually it's got like pepper in it. You can see the pepper bits. That kind of breaks it up a little bit.
A little bit, like maybe, but I don't know.
I got 2 hearts and a dream and 9 lives.
Yeah, this run is in a wild place. There is no doubt about that.
I died in the first boss.
What people are saying they're immature. It looks like cum, okay? I'm coming out and saying it. We also don't have it that much up here, so I wasn't exposed to it as a child, and as a result,
it's the skeet.
Yeah, it was only when I was like 14 that I got introduced to it. So you know where my head was at. I was just thinking of where my hip be at all day and every day.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having like a southern meal, you should probably consider having some white gravy with it. You know, some chicken fried steak, some mashed potatoes. But if you're having like a turkey dinner,
yeah, give me the real gravy.
Do the brown gravy with that one.
Southern meal better.
Gravy with stuffing, delicious. So this is how far behind I am. Remember when you guys were asking weeks ago, probably last time I was on the show, like, oh, what songs are there where there's just words and they're just singing? Like, the Scat Man is gotta be one of the greatest. Counts.
I don't.
It took me 2 weeks to think of that shit.
We've talked ad nauseum about the Scat Man. He takes a lot of liberties in his songs that I'm not necessarily okay with, if I'm being honest.
I just can't even mimic it. How does he do his tongue like that? I want to study him.
The thing that people always say about the Scat Man John is like, I just want to say, like, I think the Scat Man is not a good song. Like, I think that song is very bad.
You don't like it?
I mean, it's a novelty, but I'd never be like, you know, oh yeah, the Scat Man is my favorite song, right? Like, it's in the same category as like the Hamster Dance or something for me.
It's like I can hear that once a year, but if it's any more than that, it's too much.
But whenever you bring it up,
I remember that song exists.
There's a surprising amount of people who are like extreme apologists about the Scatman song. They go, yo, that dude had a stutter and he got over it. That's an uplifting message. The song is just him going, it's not like he's giving you like a everybody must wear sunscreen sort of uplifting message. He's just making funny noises. There are people who treat that song as if it's like, you know, We Are the Champions or something.
I mean, it's got a good hook, you know?
You mean the part where he goes, ba-ba-bee-da-ba-ba-da-ba?
Yeah, that one.
I mean,
other than that, though, yeah, I mean, I agree. It's not like the greatest song in the world or anything.
I appreciate that.
I'm not gonna go and say it's bad. It's a good song.
Come on, dude.
Well, it depends what you mean by good song. You know, like logical extreme good song or just good song.
What? I don't know. What's the logical extreme good song?
We Are the Champions. That's a really good song.
I mean, it's okay.
Okay.
I hate Krampus.
Oh my god.
In a wind tunnel for a second there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Change the game name. What? No, there's no way I left the game. No, the game name's fine. Refresh your dang browser, you joker.
That's usually what it is.
You guys see the Edmund post.
What is the Edmund post?
where he was basically asking people for mod ideas and all these other things and changes and just getting everybody's opinions, and he was going to make a big post about it later.
That's pretty
cool.
He
was asking for it.
Have you played with many mods in Afterbirth Plus?
I dabble a little bit. I dibble-dabble. Right now, I mean, it's just a waiting game.
Yeah.
Mostly it's single items. I feel like it's the Skyrim-esque version of Isaac, whereas there's no true expansions. Also, I know the last point that I checked, they weren't enabling people to program their own achievements into the game because they didn't want people to cheat them. But then they were making the point of, hey, you can just download a save file and literally get all of the achievements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you already can do this. Why not open this up for good mods to be able to be made like Afterbirth? So, I mean, I play with them a little bit, but there's nothing too amazing out there. I still think Afterbirth's far, far ahead of anything we've seen so far.
Yeah, I've played some stuff that's like, it's close-ish in scope. Like, there's one called Afterbirth Mom's Closet. And
okay.
I make this point in a couple of these mod spotlight videos where I'm like, please stop calling them blank birth. It just makes things so much harder to delineate which one's which. But, yeah, and that one, it's pretty robust. It's got like 4 or 5 new challenges and 20-something new items and, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool. And I had one today that was like it was a balance tweak mod. So it made it so, like, angel rooms were guaranteed to have an item in them instead of mostly being garbage. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea as well.
Yeah. That's what we did for our tournaments because we didn't think the angel rooms were very balanced if you went for them. So just had them... And the devil deals. We actually had the bad devil deals taken out as well, I believe.
Fair enough.
For the racing, for consistency.
That's reasonable.
I'd like to throw bones at us. Yeah, I really want to race some Afterbirth and do a tournament this summer, but there's definitely some items that have to go, like Mercurius, or I believe it is, the one that it opens all doors all the time and speeds you up.
Oh, I don't think I've had that one, actually.
You haven't had that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, can't use that for speed running.
Or could you?
I'm just gonna run to the end. Not gonna fight anything.
There was one that, like...
There's a couple others.
The first mod video that I did was of this, like... It was a total conversion mod in the sense that you didn't fire tears anymore. You actually had enemies that had, like, math problems above their head, and then
I did that one as well. It was terrible.
I thought it was fun, at least, but it crashed on me a couple of times, and then, like, when you get into that and you're like, oh, man, this is tough. And then it crashes on you and you have to do the whole floor over again. Your brain is like, please let me go. Just, I'm ready.
I got the gnawed leaf pretty early into that challenge, so it kind of took all the anything of it away. I was like, oh, I found the one item that makes us invincible and this mod pointless, guys. Sweet.
Yeah, I found that kind of tough sometimes where you're like, this mod has like one reason to exist, and then you just kind of like pick up an item that makes it not worth doing in the moddy way, and you're like, well, that's tough luck.
Tough love. This run's not easing up any.
Yeah, I'm glad I got out of that one pretty quick.
You just bounced?
I died. I mean, I'm probably gonna die again. I mean, I'm still playing Isaac. I'm not playing Dark Souls on you.
I appreciate that, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I started playing this afternoon?
What's that?
Hollow Knight.
Oh, that's a goodie.
I figured that, you know, hundreds of thousands of people can't be wrong. I mean, obviously they can. I mean,
so you're gonna play Zelda soon sometime too, right?
I'm thinking, I don't know. I watched you play a little Zelda, but I think I came in too late, and now I'm like, that's way too complicated. I watched you like freeze a block in place and then shoot something else over it, and your dude looked like freaking Ornstein from Dark Souls, and I was like, what happened to using a bomb? Zelda. Have you played it, Cobalt?
I have the Switch, and I played a little bit with it on stream. I had some capture issues, so mostly offline. But got like a couple hours into it, and I've been watching some people a little bit. I think that's a game that I just want to kind of enjoy in my own time offline without the expectation of like reading anything or even having to talk, and just kind of like immerse myself in it.
Yeah,
it's a pretty immersive game. I agree with that.
Yeah, especially since I missed the wave there on streaming it. So.
I still, I can't get the burger bowl out of my head. Like, you know that there is...
burger salad, too.
You know that there is somebody going into that Harvey's, and they're like, can I get like an Angus burger on rice with ketchup, please. Just like ground beef, rice, and ketchup. And then like
there's no way that lasts, man.
Throw like 2 dill pickles in there as well. It's like when Subway was serving pizza.
Can you be mad at someone for doing this?
I am extremely mad at someone for doing this. Because
like
it's not the way.
Pizzas?
Look, if you got a burger patty on a bed of French fries with like ketchup on top of it or something, I believe like, you know, you should have the right to do that. But a cut up burger patty on rice with like mustard on it all mixed together is a food for not even a child, but like a prisoner, a child prisoner. A prisoner who has done something so bad that we invalidated the Young Offenders Act to put them in prison, and then we fed them poison.
We just partially blended your food today and added lettuce and rice.
That's what I feel is the next step, is like, why don't you just blend it all together? Can you give me a like McDouble blended together with a strawberry milkshake, please?
Oh my god, that would be
you could do that for
disgusting.
I'm not okay with
the fat
that.
and the sugar and the milk all blended.
Oh,
just imagine that, the chunkiness being poured into a cup. Disgusting.
Oh, they don't pour it into a cup. They just give you a feed bag that goes around your ears, and then you can also
really
opt
thick straw.
for an extra $2. You can sit in a lounge recliner with massage function, and they'll just IV it into you.
Oh,
that's the way I do it.
Yeah.
You think you could eat a whole blended burger like as a challenge? Like how much money would I have to offer you to eat an entire like burger shake?
So you're gonna put a
you
burger.
have to finish or just attempt it?
I'm gonna put a large burger.
Okay.
Into a shake. I'm gonna blend it up till it's
into
creamy.
like a milkshake.
Or I guess into a blender and just
okay, so not into a milk. This is
Not
an
into a
important
milkshake.
distinction. Well, what's
There will be
the
no ice cream
solution?
added.
What's the solution? Like, how does it get blended into a liquid?
You just keep blending.
Does it? If you blend a burger, it just eventually becomes
dude.
liquid?
Of course, yeah.
No.
Just in little micro pieces.
No, you're gonna get like a
Dude,
it's gonna
I've
become
blended
burger
walnuts.
sands.
I've been making smoothies like last month, and lots of shit'll blend you don't think will blend.
But you're putting some kind of liquid in there, right?
No,
Of course,
it'll work
but the
without a liquid.
milkshake has liquid in it as well, right?
I'm scared of you guys right now.
It'll be chunky, but it'll be a liquid.
I think you need to add liquid.
Oh, look, let's assume that it works, all right?
Okay, so it's
Let's
just
go back to the question
it's
at hand.
pure burger blended.
Pure burger blend.
By the way, you've given me a great idea. What if you just did it and it didn't become a liquid, and then you put it in like a salt shaker? You could sell it as burger salt.
What if you blended it, made it into a patty, cooked it, and put that on another burger?
I like it. The burger smells like, or
chew
tastes
it,
like a whole
let it
hamburger.
fermentate.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
wonder if you get away with that. Probably not. Anyway, how much money would you need for that?
I'd probably. I mean, do I have to attempt it, or just do I have to do
You
the
have to
whole
finish
thing?
it.
You have to finish the whole thing.
Oh.
You ain't getting the money if you don't finish.
You have to build in some kind of like tolerance factor for that then, because there's a decent chance that you're going to try to consume it and fail, and then you lose big time. So
Yeah, it'd have to be $2 to $5 grand, I would think. For me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everything's
and
got a
if
price.
you wanted me just to try it, 500 to 1,000 for sure. Because that is disgusting.
That makes me feel bad about what I was gonna say.
What were you
I was gonna say like $100.
Hell no, I'm gonna be in the
Dude.
hospital getting my stomach pumped, probably.
Oh, I know. It would just taste bad, right? Like it's
$100
not.
to finish it?
Yes.
Dude, I'll give you $100 next time.
I will half in on that.
Yeah,
honestly.
dude, I want to see that.
Well,
That's worth $100
That's
in like a
within my
video
pocket
ad
reach.
revenue.
well, yeah, but I'm
My
taking
goal-
the video.
My goal is to make you guys not throw offers out at me because you have that much money.
Right, yeah,
to do
yeah.
that and just waste.
I think
100
everyone in
bucks,
chat
I'll-
would give you
shit.
$100.
Well, chat. Well, no. For stream, it would have to be more than that. Like,
All right. Well, that's how I basically would I do this on stream for such and such money. You know,
Yeah.
like I instantly apply that into all challenges asked of me now.
But we have the new 50 nug challenge, the burger blend challenge.
yeah, I don't
It's gotta
want
be
to
a more
do that
catchy
one.
name for that.
You think
Right?
it'd be easier to blend and just like drink the nugs than it would be to just eat them one at a time?
They weren't that bad to eat. Don't let Austin poison your mind. That challenge was not that hard.
I mean,
I tried to eat 10 or 12 blazing Buffalo Wild Wings.
I
before
heard
left for
that.
PAX,
Yeah, Nick told
and I
me
got
about
to
that.
10, and that was really hard to do, actually.
it's not the It's not the in that's hard. It's the out.
What do you mean it's the out? Oh, for
gosh.
spiciness. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
The
for
burning
spiciness.
butthole, I can confirm it was horrible for like literally the entire day. You think you're gonna get it all out in one go? No, it comes in surprise little measures.
I have had
throughout
that.
the day. Sneak attack you.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far away, Josh did that like 50 whatever hour stream, and we were taking shots of sriracha to stay awake, but also because we were younger and stupider than we are now. And I mean, sriracha is not that spicy, but your butt doesn't know that the next day. Your butt is like, you didn't have anything with this sriracha? This is just like unchaperoned hot sauce coming out? That's not good. It almost like it coats every part of the movement in a very displeasing aura.
It stains your insides with hotness that you can't feel with your nerves, but when it reaches the butthole nerves, they're on fire.
That's what I heard, like, when you eat really, really hot peppers, your temptation is just to, like, swallow it without chewing it too much, because it'll, you know, you don't taste it as badly then. But if you do that, then when it comes out of your asshole, you basically are gonna die.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard, at least.
I mean, to give you perspective, because I ate the ghost pepper. I would eat it again. I'd do the challenge again. I'd do it over and over again, if I could just have it not go out my ass. Like if I could just like remove it, dude, surgically. Like it's not that bad. But like when I took a shit, like about 12 hours later, I was like, I'm never doing this again. This wasn't worth $1 million. I wouldn't do it for $1 million.
Yeah, I was trying to catch my plane, which was boarding when I got the call.
That's actually like a
Literally
nightmare scenario. That's so good.
Bathroom full of people that I'm like, oh, please make it in time. Like,
Captain has illuminated the seatbelt sign. He perceives rough air ahead.
I wasn't about to let that go on the plane. I might get fucking arrested.
I find that like
stink bomb or something.
Being about to board a plane is like the best laxative. Even if I don't have to go to the bathroom, if you go like, hey, we're doing a pre-boarding announcement for flight 111, I'm like, I gotta go. It just instantly makes me have to poop. I don't understand why.
It's that your body knows you're going to be in the air and you don't want to use that inconvenient little bathroom that you have to do the shame walk past everybody. That's the worst. They all know where you're going.
Yeah.
They know what you're doing, and if they smell it, they know who made it. So it's just really weird. It's not like the kind of like the anonymous bathroom drop. See you later.
Yeah, I like to have like a plausible deniability about going to the bathroom. Like I could just be going there to wash my hands.
Exactly.
And then I just go into the stall, and then you know what's done is done. You know you can't stop me at that point.
Nobody thinks you're doing that in an airplane, though.
I hate.
It's the worst.
I hate the idea that people are going to be waiting for me to be done pooping as well. Like that they like really have to take their own shit, or they have to pee, or they have to wash their hands, or their baby needs to get changed or something, and I'm just like leisurely taking my time. It makes me feel rushed.
I do like though the little slide where it's like occupied.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I want all bathrooms to have that. I don't have to check for feet. You know, like under a stall.
On the flight the first flight to PAX, I got up and waited for the bathroom, and there was just like an older gentleman standing next to the bathroom. We stood there for like 2 minutes. I got in line behind him because that's, you know, polite. And then he goes, after waiting his sweet ass time, he goes, "Oh, I'm not in line. I'm just stretching my legs." What do you do? You're stretching your legs by standing up right next to the bathroom? You know, this thing is not made of unlimited space, dog. Get in your seat. You're just making things harder for the rest of us.
I actually ran into a lot of bathroom lines for some reason this PAX, which usually isn't the case. Usually the guys are in and out.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
So something happened at the bathroom at the airport when I got back to Dallas. Like, you guys ever walked into a bathroom? And, you know, sometimes you walk in, you're like, oh, someone just pooped. That smells pretty bad. I walked into the bathroom and I like couldn't handle how bad this man's poop smelled. It was the worst smelling poop that I have ever had the unfortunateness of going through my nose.
Yeah.
I was blown away. Like, how does your poop get to that point? Like, I've had smelly poops before, but nothing like that.
What makes a poop smelly anyway? Like,
I don't know.
I believe it's like the bacteria. And I want to say like sulfur or something. There's some kind of, it's like the sulfur. I can't remember what it's called. Chat probably knows. Like well, you're an idiot. That's salt.
I have like, sometimes at least, I have some foul smelling poops. And I'll admit, I know when it's there because I can smell it myself. However, people sometimes,
Methane.
they go like, you should get that checked out. And I'm like, why? There's probably like a disease out there for which, you know, particularly stinky flatus is a symptom. But I don't think it's necessarily an indication of poor health. Like, if we did a blind test of like Zac Efron and Louis Anderson, you think you could tell whose poop is whose just by the smell?
Probably.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm skeptical of that.
Methane is odorless, but it's mixed with everything else that stinks.
That's true. It's like the tofu of smells.
Right. It just enhances the smell. It's the salt of smells.
I think smelly poop is more healthy. I'm gonna be a little weird with you guys. Sometimes, like, I go to the bathroom and I pee, and I go, that's a like decent smelling urine. I don't want to like, I don't want to pick it up and like drink it, but you know, you can't help but sniff a little bit while you're peeing. So I sniff and I go, that's a decent smelling urine.
That might be a little weird, yeah. I mean,
I'm the opposite. I always think mine's like, is something wrong with me? That's how I feel. So I'm jealous.
I get like the coffee, you know, you have a big cup of coffee and you smell that pee.
Yeah.
That's like
Asparagus, the worst. It smells so weird.
I've never eaten asparagus before, so I wouldn't know.
Dude, you should eat asparagus, man.
I mean,
Just the tip, at least.
Hey,
That is the best part of the asparagus, though.
It
Like,
is.
ignoring
Rich
the joke.
people only eat the tips.
They tell you to break off the stalks. They get woody at the bottom.
Remember that white asparagus we had at Gordon Ramsay's place?
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
even know
dude.
that existed.
I don't know. It was like young asparagus or baby asparagus or something.
I don't even know. I was definitely like super pale looking and not what I was used to.
I love
Fancy.
chat. You're so gross talking about poop. Stop.
Yeah.
talking
All right,
about-
which cartoon girl do you want to fuck the most, chat? Let's get back to some normal Twitch conversations.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's.
I'm
That
gonna go
is
with
the
Miku
perfect
because I've
roast
seen
of
that
chat
name a
right
lot.
On that, you could not have landed that more perfectly, I think.
Chat's trying to tell me I got diabetes. I get it. Physicals and blood tests done on the regular. I know I do not have diabetes. It's not. My urine doesn't smell like cotton candy. It's just pleasant.
I don't know.
He likes the scent of his own urine. It's fine.
I don't think it's like a that smells nice. I think it's just more of a nice moment where you're just like, nice. You know? Like,
Wait, what do you mean by that?
You know, sometimes you pass a little gas and you take a smell of it and you're just like, nice. You know?
I don't
I want to
actually
smell that more, just like.
Do that.
Sometimes I'd pass gas and I'm like, I don't like it, and I know that if I don't like it, it's 5 times worse for whoever's around
Yeah,
me. And
exactly.
I run. And that's the scary one.
But I don't like, you know, if you have like a smelly fart, I'm already ashamed. But people go like, oh, your fart's so stinky. And you're like, I'm sorry. I didn't turn up the slider. Like, I don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah, it is kind of like, you know, there's no control over that. People are like, oh, just don't fart. It's like, well, I'm not.
Sometimes you actually, there are people out there, I'm not saying it's Rob, but it wouldn't surprise me if he's like this, where they just fart for like amusement. You know, like I've done that to Mike.
That's like
to
everybody's
Mouth.
uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an uncle thing.
But like, I try not to fart. There are just sometimes where I'm like, I'm holding this thing in for like 2 hours. It's got to get out. So then you release it, and people are like, oh.
I test the first one because I want to see if they're silent but deadly, and if they're not deadly, then I'm fine. But
Right, yeah.
I just want to get that first feeler out there. And then if it's real bad, yeah, I'll go in private and find little corners to duck around and whatnot. But yeah, dude, I was in the car the other day with Lisa and I almost made her vomit because
Okay, that's really gross.
yeah, well, my window doesn't roll down on my side because it's taped up because I don't have time to go to the whatchamacallit place, the car place. And yeah, it was not a friendly one like I was expecting. I felt really bad after that, but it was kind of funny too, a little bit.
This is very funny.
What does that mean?
Do you guys get like Well, I'll just preface this by saying this is one thing I really like about, like, Japanese toilets, is when you sit down on them, they have a sensor, so whenever that sensor gets depressed, it plays, like, a sound of rushing water or, like, a pleasant tone or something like that. It's like a fart masker, basically. Like, that's...
man.
For me, I like a powerful bathroom fan, because... On the one hand, you got to eliminate odors. That's valuable. But on the other hand, I also want it to mask the sound of waste leaving my body, if possible. It's not always noisy, but I just feel better when I know that it's harder to hear. But, like, the Airbnb we stayed at, although it was an Airbnb some of those nights, it was like the fan was silent. And I could picture, you know, the bathroom supply store being like, oh yeah, this fan, you know, runs real quiet. And I'm like, that's not a bonus. That's a negative. You've made me less likely to stay in that place in the future. I want a loud fan.
The best way to deal with smell, not Febreze, not any of those air scents, just light a match. Any kind of smoke actually really just gets rid of that. Also, courtesy flushing is a big one as well.
Ah, yes.
That will save you a lot of pain. For others, at least, I guess. Like, you'll get some respect for the courtesy flush.
I think that's fair.
Like,
how do we have just like a fucking hour-long conversation?
Well, I think we speak frankly about it, which not many people out there are doing, you know, because it's gross. But I'm with it, dude. Like,
you gotta know your own body, guys, and you know the etiquette. If we don't teach you, who will?
Exactly.
Well, you'll have to go through years of being shamed, learning these lessons yourself, and we can just apply them to you right now, like an experience upgrade.
Okay, Chad, a courtesy flush is different than flushing.
It is.
The second flush
who hits the toilet.
The final flush is not called a courtesy flush because that's just, it's compulsory. You should be doing that flush. If you're not doing that, we got problems.
The longer it stews, the more potent it gets.
That's it's the chili rule. You know, it's always stronger the next day.
Exactly.
I hate that when you go into it actually didn't happen to me at PAX, but I actually don't think I used the bathroom at PAX this year, weirdly enough.
Thank God. I peed, but not the major one.
Oh yeah. Like when you walk in and it's just like there's just a poop in the toilet. All faith in humanity is gone. Like,
yeah.
I don't even like it when half the toilet's covered in piss. Like they do that on purpose to mark their territory, like, no one will ever know.
I think it is something like, after being in Boston, I was like, I think people here are just like, fuck you, I don't have to clean this up, and you do.
They run the risk of, like, having someone waiting when they're leaving the bathroom, though, that goes in and they're like, was that you, or did you just leave that there? Like, nobody wants to take the effort to scoop it up.
But there's, like, some innocent until proven guilty stuff as well, because there's been times where I, like, go into the bathroom, and then there's, like, a shit on the floor or something, and I just step around the shit,
vomit,
and then I just pee in the toilet and flush, and then I know that the next dude is gonna be like, that dude just took a shit on the floor, but I didn't. I just chose to piss without dealing with the shit. That's somebody else's job.
I walked into a restroom in Boston that one time, I think I've told this on here before, where the guy had his dick out and he was peeing on the floor in front of the sink.
That's
not even, and he was, he looked normal. Like a little leather jacket, he had some luggage there. Maybe he just had a really bad flight, got a little too many, you know, a little too many fire waters. Like,
that sounds like it was under the influence.
And then he stopped when I went in, and I awkwardly walked past him into the stall and locked it because I didn't want to get shanked if I just ran out. Maybe he'd like chase me down ferociously. But he was like, whoops, terrible aim. And then he continued once I was in the stall to finish on the floor and was like, yep, terrible aim. Then he walked out and never saw him again.
Wow. He sounded like a dude who was done with like the existence of life at that point.
We actually had that in our college dorm. Like in our the first year of college, these like fourth year students who used to live in the dorm came in and they're like, you know, we're the kings of this dorm, and we were like, hey, cool, upperclassmen, how's it going? And they just like trowed down, took a piss in our sink, and then the resident assistants or whatever they're called in America, you know, the dons, they came out and we're like, hey, who pissed in the sink? Yeah, and we're like, well, it was these dudes from like that lived here 3 years ago that pissed in the sink, and they're like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. It's pretty. There's no resolution to this story. They got away scot-free. They're probably making six figures at like Goldman Sachs now or something. But they were really, if anything, they weren't just unpunished. They were probably rewarded for their brazen behavior later in life. So, you know, there's no happy ending here.
Not at all. There was the at Papagayo. We went for lunch, and there was just a puddle of vomit right out in front of the door. Like you had to step over it. But it was like 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah, on the first day of PAX.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't
Any
tequila
IHOP
bar,
or Waffle
but
House after 2, vomit in the bathroom, 100%. Avoid it.
there was a sneaky vomit out in front of the karaoke place.
Oh, really? I did
It was
not see
behind a
that.
pillar. I was walking around waiting for the Uber, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a puddle
Well,
of
at least they
vomit."
tried, I guess. Like,
Yeah, they hit it. You know,
I've been
but
waiting
like at
for
the
an
same
Uber
time,
with
it's not going to
someone
get
and
cleaned
have
up
that-
soon.
But like, what happens if you throw up and then there's like a blizzard on top of it, and then the snow melts like a week later? Like, that vomit is going to be so dissolved into the water cycle at that point that it's just unrecognizable, right?
I guess.
True.
I'm not a scientist, but it sounds good.
Anything biodegradable.
I think it's probably gone at that point. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Left ear, please. Is my left ear volume off? What's going on here, guys? I don't know how to turn my left and right ears up. That'd be awesome, though.
That'd be a good feature if you could change the volume of your ears.
I am now in your right ear, bitches.
Like, you ever get that sometimes? You just go like deaf in one ear for like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you get like a slight ringing afterwards.
Just
You're
making
like,
sure.
"Oh."
What's the name of it?
It's like
it has a name.
tinnitus.
Tinnitus. Yeah.
I get that all the time, actually.
I really put myself out there. Because if that was just me, I probably should go see a doctor.
Yeah,
If it's-
Yeah, I get it
I
like
actually wondered the same thing.
I get it very like consistently, not frequently, but like I'll get it like once a week, pretty much.
That
like,
seems about right.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a little weird.
Tinnitus. Is that like a... Is it supposed to happen regularly, I guess? I don't know.
No.
I'm not a doctor.
That's not tinnitus.
It's common.
All right,
Okay.
yeah. You know, as long as it's common, I don't care.
Yeah. I used to get
guess
that as a
tinnitus
kid a
is
lot, too. I
The
remember.
actual condition where you.
What was
always
the most prominent child toy that you remember growing up that you had,
Ooh.
like, from a young age?
Okay.
Like how young are we talking here?
Like 4 or 5,
Don't
probably.
phrase it
like
like
as far
that.
back as you can remember.
Oh, okay, sure. Probably like Lego. I mean, I know that's like a cheap answer.
Okay.
Did you guys have Kinects?
Yes, but
I
that was a
did.
little older when I had Kinects. I was like 9, 10 when that was hip.
I think mine was a rubber Gumby that I
Okay,
used to have
yeah.
in the bathtub. It's like a big, like, bendable Gumby. And then I had GI Joes and Transformers, but I don't have any clue where they went after that age.
This is gonna sound like I'm making this up, but like, as a child, I didn't understand action figures.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
what do? I got like a plastic, Tommy from Power Rangers here. What do I do with him? You just pretend that he's real? I can do that without the action figure. There you go, $30 left in the bank account.
I don't know
That's
if
how
that
I
was
feel
the
as
argument
an
as a
adult,
kid.
but as a child, I did not feel that way.
I had like this 1997 World Almanac that I bought from book orders in 3rd grade, and I read that cover to cover probably like 30 times.
I didn't like toys when I was a kid. Like Legos, Kinects, like build things. I liked that, but like just straight up toys, I don't know. I kind of like hated them. I don't know why. I cannot go back and find the reasoning that my child brain came up with. But whenever friends were like, "Hey, you want to play with these toys?" I was like, "No, I don't like
I like
those."
the ones that were like Nerf guns and had like a Captain America shield, which is ballin', and like a Magneto helmet. And
That's
I would
pretty
mix them all
cool.
together. Yeah. Just kind of mix and match all the pieces and create my own like superhero.
I think the honest
I'm not
answer is
complaining about
like
my childhood, Dad.
everybody's dad's in their
Dad's
stream now. Josh's dad, Koval's dad.
I got a better Twitch TV emote I made of his face.
Dads are
Dad
everywhere
balls.
these days. The honest answer
Yeah,
for me is
parents.
definitely like the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's kind of like, it's almost a little too obvious. I don't think that's necessarily what you're going for, but
Did you guys have a
Yeah.
light bright?
yeah, but
I did.
I also didn't really get that. It's just, I just draw. I don't understand, like, why I gotta fiddle around with these light bulbs, and then, if the cat eats one, they gotta go to the hospital or something. Like,
Yeah, I think I used the Exos.
It glows at night.
Whoa,
like
how do you say it?
Etch-a-sketch?
Etch-a-sketch. There we go. I was having a stroke or something. Etch-a-sketch, a little more than the
Those were so hard to use, though. I couldn't make anything that looked like anything as a kid.
I made like shapes, I think, was my big Etch-a-sketch dream.
Shapes.
I wasn't a big artist.
Shapes.
Just shapes. I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're like 4 years old trying to draw on an Etch-a-sketch?
Yeah, if you can make like
circle.
if you could make straight lines in the diagonal direction on an Etch-a-sketch, you were like an actual god. Now you got me not able to say Etch-a-sketch. I never had a problem until just now. When I was a kid,
those things, the needles, and you put your hand on it, and you could like, you know,
spirograph
of it or whatever.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Yeah,
they didn't do anything, but they were cool.
You could put your face in it and like kind of.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember those.
There was the little electric ball where you could have the static.
Yeah.
The purpley static go up. Those were cool.
Oh yeah.
This runs a little sketch.
Yeah, I'm on the chest, but it's like really bad.
I died like 3 times. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm on the cathedral with.
Or I'm on the
10
cathedral as well.
lives.
Yeah.
I have 2 hearts. I have an emperor card, but I want to use that on the next floor, I think.
Ooh,
I don't know, man.
I think I've
This
done
is
it.
a scary one.
I think I've done it. You want to go
We're
like,
getting some real shitty Eden runs lately.
like this?
What? I'm trying to think of more like those kind of toys. I don't think there were any big ones.
Did you guys ever have
I burned myself in
the?
an easy bake oven once.
Dude, I actually like the Easy Bake Oven.
I think I was too young for an easy bake oven. They weren't really as
Well, I
big
didn't have one myself, but my friend's sister did, and we liked to boil water in it, which was very dangerous.
Yeah, that's
because we didn't have any of the ingredients to make stuff. So
Were you guys like stranded on a desert island or something like that? Like you crash landed with
really
just your Easy
bored.
Bake Oven? It's really good. Did you guys ever have one of those like $200? It was like an 8-in-1 game table, like a shitty air hockey, shitty foosball, shitty darts, like.
A friend of mine had one of those.
Yeah.
I've seen one before.
Yeah,
I don't think any of my friends had one.
I was very envious of people who had those. Because as a kid, you don't understand that, like, you're like, why would anyone ever pay like $1,000 for a pool table when you could pay $200 and you get a pool table, an air hockey table, a dartboard, and a pinball table all in one? And then you play each one of those games and you go, oh, because they're bad. Like they're all a lot
real
worse.
shitty versions.
Yeah, like the pool balls are like 1/3 the size and weight that they are on a real table, and
Yeah, like little marbles.
air hockey like never quite pumps the air the way you want it to, and if your puck ever gets scuffed up, like it just stops working properly.
The darts don't stick, or when you hit them,
Yeah.
they just fall off of it.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned.
I remember the Kinects, like, I felt like I was so smart as a young child with the Kinects, even though I was just making, like, sticks and, like, things vaguely resembling, like, swords. And then I went to a friend's house, and his dad was, like, a huge Kinects guy. And he had
I had Lincoln Logs.
He had a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That was made out of Kinects.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
got there, and I was like, that was my first moment where I was like, the world is larger than what I have next to me. Because I was like, this is amazing. I am shit at Kinects.
That's where the dad buys the toy for the kid to play with it themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I can't
what
wait to do when I become a dad.
I really want to pick up these like Lego Mindstorms, but I need to like have a child, or I think they're gonna put me on some kind of list when I order it. Because you can actually like you can make some amazing stuff with them, and it's also like a semi-practical application for programming, at least on a hobbyist level. So I was like, I want to check this stuff out. They're not that expensive, but I'm also like, I'm gonna need to ask my wife to build me the thing that I designed. Like, I'll program it, but you actually have to build it, or this idea is never gonna get off the ground.
Like a little robot crawler or something.
This is like one dude made a car. He's like 17.
man.
And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, it's nice knowing you. Feeling of confidence.
Get picked up by NASA or something.
Legos are intimidating now. I remember when I was visiting family, they had a mall, and at the mall they had one of those Lego stores, and it's just like a candy store, but it's all Legos, and they have these giant pillars of like, and you can just buy like bags of different shaped Legos, and I'm like, I built like a pyramid.
I love when they have the Legos like set up where they make the characters. I saw like a giant Hulk one before, like at a place. It was really awesome. You know that like apparently if you're a Lego collector and you're really trying to build the things, you don't want them to come apart. You just glue all the pieces together every time.
Oh, I hate that.
I know. I was like, how am I gonna build like an arm for myself later, like a shield? You know, if I do that. I always used to mix all my pieces together after I was done with them. But now I want to be like, oh, I'm gonna keep my Boba Fett together. Slowly losing one piece under the couch at a time until there's nothing left.
Oh, we have the same thing. Like, Cade and I built like a really modest Lego set. And then we like put it up on one of our shelves, and then one day the cat just like bumped into the shelf and knocked it onto the ground and shattered it. And I was like,
"There's no fixing that without starting over."
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you gonna do? The cat has no concept of what Lego is, probably.
No. Will you be playing Hollow Knight again soon, or did the Mantis Lords make you stop playing? I completely beat the game.
Oh.
You must. I think on YouTube my video must have stopped or something, and people are like, "Oh God, what happened?" I don't know.
Like how?
No spoilers, guys. Please.
Yeah, no. I've only defeated one miniature boss.
Oh, you got a ways to go, my friend. You got 30 hours to go.
30 hours?
That's what Nick was telling me. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it took me 33 hours to 96% it so far.
How long would it take you to like 22% it?
I mean, it's one of those games where most of the content is optional. If you know where to go, you can like speedrun it in an hour.
Okay.
But yeah, you're not going to do that, and you're going to want to explore everything. And so I'll see you in 30 hours.
This is Ryan we're talking about. He wants to just like go and beat it.
I want to do the main quest line stuff. I don't get any pleasure out of like, you know,
but all the
up a
optional
mountain.
stuff's challenging. Like, they put all the super challenging stuff and all of the optional content so that casual players could still play.
Ask Ryan how that lightning boss in Dark Souls 3 is going. See if he likes optional content.
Are you talking about Ornstein? Because
Ornstein and Schmo.
Will Hollow Knight be on YouTube? Yes.
Oh.
Although now that it's 30
So
hours
good.
long, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
So good, though. I mean, it's worth it. It's my favorite Metroidvania of all time now. Castlevania Symphony of the Night was my #1, so
I hear
it's
that
a really
is
good one.
excellent as well.
It's so good. Both of those are great games.
How did
Well, too.
how did your Isaac runs go?
I'll talk about it.
I'm in the chest now with 10 lives in one heart.
Okay.
I
I have to open my chest up.
Take
gotta
your
run
time. That was like an actual hour-long run.
Actually, I have a Emperor Jizz rune, so this, yeah, I got this.
It's pretty much what I did. Like, I had blank card alges towards the end, so I was able to like just walk into the boss, which was good.
Oh, where'd you get the blank card from? Must have skipped a shop or something.
Yeah, I have no idea. Somebody just
I am done.
Let me get a large plain pie, Hellhunter120 says. It's a picture of just a pizza crust with tomato sauce on it. That's a little disgusting, but more power to you.
Sounds delicious.
Fox, first off, stop abusing Moobot. Moobot is done. The last topic was Ryan sharded, and now it's, hey, I'm Ryan, I hate playing video games. That's not true.
Is that one wrong, though?
I like playing video games.
No, it's debatable.
I just don't like, I don't like being a completionist.
Well, there's a happy middle ground.
I found my happy middle ground. Everybody's trying to tell me how to play these video games. I'm almost 30 goddamn years old. I know how to tailor the video games to my own enjoyment. Oh, here we go.
There.
I don't like the way you've opened this.
How's it going, Malf?
Yeah, it's pretty good. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. How's life, Ryan?
It's good. Little under the weather.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
good.
You gotta every once in a while have like something attack your body so you know what it's like to feel good.
I think that's true, actually. Like, weirdly enough, I kind of enjoy being sick when it's not horrible. Because then when I wake up and I'm not sick, I'm like, oh, that's the ticket.
No, but you only get that. That's like one day of that's the ticket, and like 7 days of this is the worst. Please stop.
Yeah, but it's not like the worst.
I don't know. When I
Like-
get like sick for like a week, like a cold, like a real cold, like it doesn't even like you don't even have that day where you wake up all like Adam Sandler and Click style, where they're like, "Oh, I'm not sick anymore." No, it's just like eventually you think you're like, oh yeah, I guess I'm not.
It's
sick
been
anymore.
like 2 days since I felt bad, and you've missed the window. But I don't know. I kind of feel like every day of being sick is like 1/10 as bad as having a hangover for an hour. So I'm kind of like, this could be worse.
I don't know. When I get sick, I get like sick. So maybe I'm just different there. I very rarely get like kind of sick.
I understand. I understand. Anyway, Turtle Overlay's up. You guys want to play Disc Game?
Disc Jane?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to run some ads. See you in 3 minutes.
What? Why does it say Disc Jam purchase?
Yeah.
Do we have to buy it now? We went to the website earlier, and I was like, whoa, Cobalt, you really missed the boat. We all got it for free because of this. You just went to the website, and the developer gives you a beta code. Fuck.
Hello? There we go.
Hello.
Yeah.
My mic quit working. Yeah. So they took your keys back, basically.
Yep.
That sucks.
Don't know how I feel about that.
You
Feel
know.
pretty salty. That's like what they did with Dark Souls for those guys too, huh?
Yeah.
I got mixed feels on that kind of stuff right there.
I feel like that the excuse that they gave, I actually believed, because they were like, we had to like, we updated to like a different. Okay, now it sounds like it's bullshit, but it's only bullshit because I don't remember the specific reason, and I'm trying to come up with one off the top of my freaking head. But they were like, yeah, something happened on the Steam backend, and we had to like re-upload the whole game, and that's why your keys got revoked. And I was like, okay, maybe that makes sense.
Huh.
It seems like a weird thing to lie about, at least. That they were like, nah. There's
I
like
guess.
we gave streamers like 200 codes, and even though the game made $100 million, we're gonna take those back and make you buy it again.
Well,
big is
on the
this
bright
jam?
side.
Forgot.
They should have just sent more keys out for
Yeah.
people as an apology.
They did give me another key though,
Well, that's nice at least.
Yeah, that's-
without even asking. So I don't know. Maybe they were combing Twitter and they were like, this guy's not complaining about it. And you know, the downside was I wasn't really playing Dark Souls 3 at that point. So
How about that Mass Effect Andromeda? You
Yo,
got any,
the footage of that. I don't like to judge a book by its cover, but man, that was
it's a lot different, doesn't it?
the vocal work. Well, maybe not the vocal work, but the scripting looks really bad.
I read the Rock Paper Shotgun review, or whatever preview of it, and yeah, it was questionable how somebody could release something with such bad dialogue. Like, it's BioWare. They're usually pretty good for that kind of stuff, right?
And people are going like, and this offends me, but they go, you know, hey, they're just doing exactly the same thing they did with Dragon Age Inquisition. And now I'm so torn, because I've watched the footage of Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm like, kind of looks like shit. And then people are like, yeah, it's just like Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm like, I love Dragon Age Inquisition. Is me 2 years ago an idiot, and those people are right? Are they idiots, and I'm right? Or are they not at all like one another? Because it's frightening me.
There's a GIF right now on Twitter of an animation from Mass Effect Andromeda, and this lady pulls up a gun and shoots like a thing that's behind someone else, like all movie style, but the gun's backwards. Oh, it's so good.
I'm doing the tutorial right now. Yeah.
I'll go for it, yeah. Austin, do you want to set up a lobby?
I will. Let me accept this end user license agreement.
Oh, I also had to do that. Wait, did you take my titles away? You motherfuckers. I had greatest of all time as now I've got beta baller.
Oh no. I gotta get new titles. No, don't tell me the tutorial. I got this.
We've played this before.
I got this. Doubles. Invite friends. I do not have Cobalt on my list. But I think you might be able to join. I don't know.
Do I have... I feel like we have to have figured this out at this point. I must have added you to my friends list at some point.
We were usually using Nick as a bounce point.
What's your Steam name if you don't?
Just Cobalt Shriek.
I don't have you. Here, I'll add you.
I'm gonna clear out all
Can you
these
invite
other
from your
ones.
not leader perspective?
That's a good question, actually. All right, we have 5 friends and 1 group in common. I've sent you a request. Yo, you can actually change teams now in the lobby. That's a start.
Nice. That's that $15 beneficiary benefactor.
All right, I cannot invite him, so I'm gonna make my own lobby.
Oh, there's a fucking ninja.
All right, I
lady.
just added you.
All right.
Okay, you got me?
Yeah. Doubles. And then
Game's too loud.
I still cannot invite. Wait. No, I still cannot invite you.
What? You gotta hit X on the controller.
Yeah, but then it doesn't pop up the Steam overlay. So give me a
Was it Shift Tab?
give me a
Let's
moment.
see.
So that's
Feel
like
it's going up to you.
Steam settings, in-game, enable the Steam overlay in-game, hit X. Okay, no, I think you have to restart Steam. Hey, Austin,
Yeah.
why don't you add Cobalt?
I can
Yeah,
do
add
that.
me as well. Let's just
Do
gangbang it.
that. Friends. Add friend. There we
You got
go.
it, yeah.
Cobalt streak.
Correct.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
Add
me.
Friends. Friend invite sent.
accept.
Lovely.
Did it.
All right,
Doubles,
then you can make the
invite
lobby.
friends. Wham, blam. Thank you, ma'am. All right.
How was
All three of
RimWorld yesterday? It was fun. It's good. It's hard.
It might
Oh, is it-
actually be my favorite game that I played last year.
Really. Might need to jump back into that a little bit.
You got something to say, Mike?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be different.
I got one
Please
person
stink.
off the planet, man.
I
Did you?
got 15 people off the planet and purposefully left Northern Lions, dude. And it was the most beautiful thing because a few episodes prior I had installed like a telescope. As soon as they get on the spaceship, he saunters over to the telescope and just watches them walk away. Or fly away, I guess.
Oh, right.
Oh, what is the floop? What is that?
All right, so we'll teach you. Well, that was a cool animation, but we'll
They got
teach
like a
you what you
ninja.
need to know. You gotta. It's all based on timing. Wait,
Yeah.
it's hard to talk and play at the same time. Ah! It's all based on timing, so you want to shoot it as fast as you possibly can from the point that you get it, if you want it to go fast. And then, like, right trigger spins it to the right, left trigger spins it to the left, or vice versa, but it doesn't really matter that much.
Oh, I thought I had it.
And while you're throwing, you can move your control stick to like curve it.
Correct.
Manually.
I see.
Mike,
Yeah,
how do you eat your fried chicken?
with my hands.
Do you tear the skin off and then eat it by yourself? Or eat it by itself? Or do you eat it by yourself by itself? Because that's the most pathetic of all, I
No,
suppose.
if there's like somehow skin falls off and it's left over, sure, I'll eat it like a little
Alright, just
potato
making
chip.
sure.
But I'm the kind of guy, I like to get a little bit of every flavor going on.
Yeah, in every bite.
So skin, the chicken, I might get a little bit of whatever side as well.
Wait, I got something going on here. You know, let's imagine you have like a traditional American meal. And not in the 2000s, so I'm not talking about a DiGiorno frozen pizza. But where you had like piece of meat, mashed potatoes, and like some vegetables on the side. How do you eat those? Do you eat them one after the other? One thing all at once, and then move on to the next thing? Or do you get a little bit of everything in each bite?
Usually actually like a little bit of everything in each bite, or definitely like a rotation.
Wow.
So you
I
go
can't-
like chicken, potatoes, vegetables, chicken, potatoes, vegetables.
Yeah. Although maybe not always that predictable.
Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't trying to slight you or anything, but
Just saying.
you're like bouncing around and stuff here, but you're not really.
There we go.
I don't know what
fun.
this girl's strong suit is. Other than she looks cool, but the other girl, she's got them wicked curves where Josh
Oh, should have dashed. I like the ninja flips. The sounds are nice.
yeah.
What about you,
Hey,
Cobalt?
achievement.
Are you a meat, potatoes, vegetables, or all at once, or one at a time sort of guy?
I like to focus on my sides first and knock them out before I go for the main course. I don't know, fries, a little side of broccolis.
But yeah,
I consider it like a personal failing if my side and my entree aren't finished like within 2 bites of one another. It's like if I have like a steak and like mashed potatoes, and I have 2 bites of steak left, there better be 2 bites of mashed potato left. Otherwise, like, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah. You gotta keep it balanced.
But I'll save like all of the vegetables till the end and just mainline those.
I usually leave side dishes to the end, but it depends on the meal. Like if I'm going to KFC, I'm eating the biscuit first, always.
Well, that's an appetizer.
Potato wedges.
Always eat the biscuit first at KFC. But like for most like regular like dinner meals, I'm gonna eat the dish first, the steak, and then I'll go to the potatoes.
That's true. Austin does bring up a good point. Like whenever I go to the Thai place that I go to, they're amazing spring rolls.
Right.
So that's the first thing you gotta eat.
Wow.
Nice.
So you eat that first, and then.
Well, doesn't the spring roll come out as an appetizer usually?
Not at this place. I mean, you could just order a plate of spring rolls if you wanted, but we'll just I get the the pad thai or the spicy noodle, spicy chicken, and I'll say let's throw on a spring roll there.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
As like a topping.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Oh wow.
This is an interesting. I don't know how the banter has gone. However, chat's raising some interesting, like, oh my lord.
Oh, okay, goodbye.
It just flung me over the wall.
Like, so many people in chat are like, I eat best to worst. So I eat the best thing when it's warm and the worst thing when it's cold, because you can't make it better
worst
that
to
way.
best.
Then, yeah, some people in chat are going, you eat worst to best so that you get the chore out of the way, and then you have the best stuff available. Man, that's wild. What an interesting species we are.
I like to finish off on a good note.
I'm a like starch plus entree and then finish the vegetables at the end sort of guy.
I don't know. I'm not a big like cooked vegetables guy, so I'll try to eat the vegetables with like in the same bite. Like if we're talking like some kind of stir fry or something along those lines.
Well, a stir fry is an innately cosmopolitan food.
Right. Well, maybe like when you roast some broccoli with some potatoes or something. Then I'll try to. I'll never eat a bite of broccoli without a bite of potato at the same time.
That's weird.
You have a beta tester tag. Look at you guys. Beta baller. Oh man.
You still got our butt kicked. Yeah, it should be like an essay. You should have the second best food first, and then the worst, and then the strongest food.
You know what? I might agree with that too. It depends. I mean, it depends. Like my brain picks it for me. I don't go and I'm like, I'm gonna eat this first, and I'm like, the brain's just like, this is the one.
I will say, I think there's an exception though, and that's like if you get from McDonald's, I'm eating the French fries first. First off,
yes, fast food, yeah.
The fries turn into like cardboard if you don't eat them within like 15 minutes.
You have to. They get so soglicious.
Soglicious?
I'm sorry, Mike. You're doing like all the work back here.
No, but like I just still don't like this character. I wish I could change it without having a
bounce.
Sorry, it's kind of hard to hear you over here.
I had to turn my volume down.
It's a loud game.
I feel like this is a Rocket League game. Like,
yeah.
It was made by people Rocket League.
It's got that same kind of like accessibility. Oh, he's done it.
Yeah, the bright colors too as well.
Wow, 50-0.
Put the fries in the burger. No, but it's not the same. A potato chip gives you texture. The fries they just give you matter.
Oh, nice.
I got an anecdote for you guys.
Oh, I would love to hear it.
Kate roasted me for the other day.
Oh, okay. I know exactly where we're going here.
All right, so I only wear jeans. I
Yes.
do not wear shorts. I don't have
Khakis?
khakis. No, I got nothing. I have a pair of khakis for nice occasions, but I don't wear them.
Like when you're getting a job interview at Best Buy or something?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I only wear jeans, and so I have I think I have like 8 or 9 pairs of jeans.
Wow.
I will wear it, and then after a day of wearing jeans, I'll pop them in the hamper, and when I run out of jeans, I'll wash them.
Yeah.
But Kay was like, no, you can wear your jeans like for a week, and then you wash them.
Yeah, absolutely true.
I don't understand. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but like, Is there a problem with washing jeans?
Well,
Like
you're still
beyond
degrade.
the electricity use and the fact that you got way more laundry as a result.
I mean,
They're
nice
made of.
slide.
They're a more resilient material, right? They're not delicate. You don't need to iron those mother. I hope you're not ironing.
fine, anyway.
Just the khakis if you're going someplace
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you would like.
I love pajama pants.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's no
I'd wear
doubt
them
about that.
everywhere if it was socially acceptable. If I was single, I'd wear them everywhere. YOLO.
The
I just
owner
don't
of
wanna embarrass my
Levi's-
significant other.
The owner of Levi's said you should never wash your jeans. Well, that I
Yeah.
mean, what if you spill something?
man.
Like,
Well, it depends too on the jeans. Like, if you get like the fancy designer ones that are super dark and shit, they'll leak blue juice
yeah.
everywhere. So if you are gonna wash them because you get shit on them, you wash them alone
Separately, yeah.
or
with other
other.
jeans.
I wash all my clothes together.
See, that's
I do
actually.
too.
I do think that like when people like
What is that move? Oh my goodness.
when people split up like the white clothes and then not white clothes, I'm like that's not. I don't think that's necessary in today's day and age unless you're washing like your underwear in bleach. Which I gotta question what goes on in your household. Oh fuck.
I don't want to change my character.
But
That's the problem.
I feel it's like washing your coat every time you wear it. Like that's just too far.
My
mean,
boyfriend
but,
likes
like-
it when I dress like a slob. He's weird.
I feel like they're dirty. Like if I wear, like I'll wear a pair of jeans like for a second day. It won't be that bad. But after like 2 days, it's like this is dirty.
It feels dirty?
Yeah, I just feel like it's kind of like weak. It's not. I don't know. Wait, mouth is gone.
I gotta change.
Oh,
No,
he's
I
gotta
gotta
change his character. I see.
Ah,
I'll make a new lobby.
they have different abilities actually.
Yeah, they have like different stats. So the lady has like better spin but lower slide distance or something like that.
I did notice her lack of sliding. Yeah.
I actually like. I think it's okay to wear your jeans for like 1 to 2 weeks at a time.
4 days is my limit there. Before
'Cause-
they need to get hit with some water.
Your most dirty parts are covered in other stuff.
Oh, I pressed B.
Like
Yeah.
your underwear covers your dirty stuff, and then your socks cover your dirty stuff. Everything else is good. It's like the same thing like if you wear a t-shirt and a hoodie over top of it. You can wear the hoodie again without washing it, but the t-shirt's gotta go.
Unless you're having a real sweaty day.
If you were like jogging or something, I can understand.
Yeah. Or doing anything physically exerting yourself.
People are saying they wash their jeans like once a week.
Yeah.
But like because I own like 9 pairs of jeans, I wash them like once a week.
Yes.
Or a new one every day.
Stonewash look.
But they're not saying you should wash them once a week. They're saying you should wash them after 7 wears.
After a week. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got a big washer and a big dryer. I can handle it.
I've got a month without washing jeans, no problem.
Like literally no effect at all.
I mean, they're like my get shit done jeans too. So, I mean, they were visibly dirty, but I don't give a fuck if I'm going to Home Depot. Like,
Yeah, that just gives you street
it's like a
cred.
badge of honor. Yeah. They're
What?
like, oh, this guy composts.
But then I also think like maybe we're in the wrong here. I have to leave that open even though I don't believe it right now. But sometimes, we talk about like dental hygiene or something like that, and you'll see someone in chat that's like, I don't understand why people brush their teeth. It's a waste of time. And you're like, well, after you brush your, if you don't brush your teeth, it just starts to feel weird after a while. Like I can't be
it
normal.
starts to hurt, actually, because cavities.
I feel like I can't be myself without having brushed my teeth. So maybe
Have
that's
a layer of nastiness on them, like a film almost.
I do not enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not a good
Can't
feeling.
stand it. That's my motivating factor. Is just that nasty film on there.
My mother was always like, and this annoyed me, but she would want me to brush my teeth before breakfast.
Yes.
Like, and it's like, no, you're gonna make my breakfast taste gross.
Well, yeah, you should have like a 15 minutes in between them if
No,
possible.
50 minutes
Yeah.
isn't enough. You need like at least like 45 minutes.
No, you are.
Yeah.
What kind of toothpaste are you using over there? It's
It's like apparently really strong toothpaste. I don't know.
I don't like
especially if you're gonna have like an orange.
toothpaste.
The orange juice I understand, but as you know, I don't consume orange juice with breakfast anyway, as we talked about. So that's never been an issue for me.
Just Pong on crack.
He's done it. He's done it.
Oh. Close one.
But I had a roommate. 49. He's done it. You'll know exactly who it is when I say this. Nicely done. But he was like, I don't think I should brush my teeth in the morning. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I brushed them before I went to bed, and then I haven't eaten anything, so why should I brush my teeth? And I was like, well, yeah, you just slept with your mouth open for like 8 hours, just taking in like ambient bacteria. And he's like,
Do you though?
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Absolutely. It
Your
doesn't.
mouth is open. Even if you brush your teeth after having your mouth open that long, like you wake up and you want to brush them again.
There's
Like,
like
this-
little food
like-
get stuck to your teeth that even like brushing and flossing won't always get 100% rid of. And then for 8 hours, like sleeping and just introducing new bacteria into that environment.
Yeah, your mouth is wet, you know? If there's bacteria and wet, that shit's gonna multiply.
Oh!
And that's another thing. I think, you know, sometimes people forget to do it, but brush your tongue. That's
Oh,
where
yeah, dude.
I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
80% of the bad breath-smelling bacteria. It's just like,
They
I
give you
love
tongue
this.
scrapers now on the new
Yeah.
toothbrush on the back of them for that. I can't believe I missed that. The shame.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was okay. I'm throwing
Easiest,
away here.
easiest serve of my life. I also like.
Gamer.
I'm not saying like if you only brush your teeth once a day. I'm not saying you're actually a degenerate member of society. But I feel like if that came up during a job interview and this dude's like, yeah, I don't like to waste 1 extra minute for the sake of my personal hygiene 7 times a week, then I'd be like, I don't know if I want this guy working in my company. Like,
Says the guy who doesn't want to do the side quests.
well, the side quests are just filler, man.
Wow, well done. Clean sweep.
We did it.
Hells yeah.
Finally, some achievements.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. It's all about this backwards cab guy over here.
He's Canadian.
Oh my goodness.
I know someone who brushes their teeth twice a month. That's not.
That's not a
good.
good thing.
No, is that like right before they go to the dentist?
So they go to the dentist twice a month?
Once
Okay.
a month.
Okay,
It's
well.
gonna make me look bad. I don't.
You
I
don't
don't
really
do
need
this
to brush
anymore.
that much if you went that much.
I do not do this anymore. But I
Okay.
was a stupid kid. All
Yeah.
right. I went like a good 2 months, only brushing my teeth like 4 or 5 times.
That's not. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that. I don't do that anymore.
How did that happen without like child services stepping in?
I don't know. I just. I don't know.
Child services.
But what really kind of, this is why I was like, there's something going on here, was that it was dentist time.
Yeah.
And my dentist I'd had for a long time, and she knew that I had never took great care of my teeth. She was always kind of like, hey, brush your teeth better. I was like, shut up, you're not my real dad.
Yeah.
But what happened was I brushed my teeth after that really long period of not doing it, right before I went to the dentist.
Okay.
And when it came to the dentist, she was like, man, your teeth look better than they ever have before. It's the best I've seen them. And I was like, gotcha, unintentionally, but gotcha. The worst I've ever taken care of my teeth before. So I don't know if she was just a bad dentist or what, but I don't know. I got asked a couple of questions after that. They should have looked terrible. Oh! I brush my teeth very frequently now.
I feel like there are times, you know, when I was like, you know, in my early 20s and my teenage years, where sometimes I'd be like, I'm too lazy to brush my teeth before bed. Now, it just does not, it doesn't even enter into my worldview. And if Kate's like, oh, I'm so sleepy, like, I'm just gonna rest my eyes, I'm like, you better get up and brush your goddamn teeth. We're not running a meth house here, okay? That was amazing.
Hell, I thought I had that with my flip too. For sure.
There was like a period, yeah, when I was younger, where for several years I didn't brush except for 1 year, and I had to go to a new dentist, and they wanted my dental records.
Right.
But they said they only needed them from 1 year, so I just gave
Oh,
them
I was
my
taunting.
2005 dental records, and they're like, oh, okay.
So you cheated on a dental exam.
Yes.
That's very, very sad.
Brush your teeth before bed is the most important, says chat. Look at the little layup. I don't even know how I did that.
I think they're both important. Like, I don't think of it as like it's getting the food off. I just think it's like daily maintenance. Like twice a day, you're just draining the pool of bacteria as much as you can. Like if you brush your teeth and then you eat right after, that doesn't mean you wasted brushing your teeth. Like, I think, at least. I'm not a dentist, but
I'm kind of like 30% with Rob when he says dentists are out to get you.
they're actually not though.
I mean, it just seems
they're out to get your money, but they get more money the longer you wait to go to them.
I don't know.
So it actually
I feel like some
like,
dentists are gonna
come
be like, hey, you need this, or you know, your teeth are gonna explode. Doesn't sound
I think
right.
people want to get their teeth fixed up enough, like that wouldn't be an issue. People are gonna want to get braces. Dentists aren't even gonna have to really upsell. You know, it's just like plastic surgery and stuff.
I hate you America explainers. Not you guys, by the way, but in chat. They're like, in America, dentists are for profit. Yeah, they are in Canada as well, you jabronis. Use Google sometime, okay? We pay for our dental care. We've done it.
1-1.
Oh, man.
How often do I replace my? How often do you guys replace your toothbrushes?
Whenever I go to the dentist, they give you a new
When
one.
I think the one I'm using is too gross and nasty to use anymore.
I use an electric though. And they say, I think it's either every 3 months or 6 months, they say to replace the head.
I love popping those over to you.
My dentist would fill cavities I didn't have. Well, report that shit and get him to lose his license. That's like a serious ethical violation.
But no, the theory is that they're a coalition. They wouldn't rat out their fellow cheaters.
Anytime, you gotta get them to show you, get that little mirror out and be like, where's the little black smudge? Where's the cavity?
Oh, crazy.
Or
I
the
did,
x-ray.
like, the reason I say is because there was one time where my dentist was like, "You have a cavity," and I was like 8 years old, and I was like, "How though?" This is before
This is before the year that you didn't brush your teeth.
Yeah, that
okay.
was 12 or something. But this is when I was like really young, and I was just like, "But I take good care of my teeth. Why do I have a cavity?" But I was a kid, so I believed him. I was like, I guess you dentist is right. But I look back on it now, and I'm like, did I have a cavity?
You probably had a
man.
cavity.
Did I have a cavity though?
You can look at it and see in the mirror yourself.
No, it was like one of the back, way in the back
man.
teeth.
What did he do if you didn't have a cavity, though?
What do you mean?
Like, he performed a filling on you, right?
No, it was like apparently not a bad one. So he just kind of like drilled it a little bit. Like I didn't even have like painkiller or anything.
What?
Okay,
You
now
don't
I'm
do child
suspicious.
with
This dude's doing child dentistry without any
It did
Novocaine?
hurt a little bit. Like he said, like it's we're only gonna perform on the top of the tooth, so it shouldn't hurt. But it kind of hurt a little bit.
I'm starting to think it's not dentist, it's your dentist.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! I
He
flipped it on you.
did leave that office when I was like 16 or something.
Yeah, to be a dentist in jail.
My dentist died of bone cancer, so I had to find a new one. The one I had my whole life.
It's pretty
He messed
selfish,
up.
in all honesty, of him.
I can't help but wonder if like working in the dentist office with all that radiation every day contributed to that.
Well, did he stay in the room and like hold your hand when you had the X-ray done?
No, but I mean, residual? I don't know how that works, but just prolonged small exposure, maybe? I don't know. Oh, I thought you had that.
I should have. My brain is not operating under disc jam pretenses.
Oh my god!
Brutal, dude.
Oh, it was.
Shit.
Whoa!
Yeah. The fire starter.
There was like a 2-year period in my young adult life where I like didn't go to a dentist, and I was nervous when I went to the dentist. I was like, this guy's gonna tell me my teeth are all fucked up, and he's just like, yeah, it looks good. I was like, what? I don't need to come here this often. I mean, I brushed my teeth, but at the same
That was my
time.
bad.
Oh no!
I
He put his
don't
hand up the
even.
second he threw it.
I don't know
And
how
you did
that
a little
happened.
hip shake as well.
Like it just
Oh
went
my
right
God.
to me or something. But like, I'm pretty sure that if I were not married, I would see the dentist like, it would be like once a year when I see my parents. My mom would be like, "We're gonna book this for you," and I'm like, "Okay."
I'm
What's the
still
button
like,
for the power up?
You have to get a full charge like Austin has right now, and then catch the ball.
It's not working. You don't really want to do it that much.
I'm extremely thankful for my dental plan because
I see.
my dentist is in like the lobby of the office building that I work at.
Nice.
So
Not the good
one,
strats.
they give you a discount for like being in the building and being like, you know, like it'd be kind of a dick move to like walk out of the building to go to a dentist appointment across the street kind of thing. So they're like, all right, you know, have a bit of money off. And it's like through my workplace dental plan. And I just told them, I said, you can do whatever you want as long as it gets completely reimbursed.
Yeah.
So they're like, they found the best plan. Like, all right, we'll see you every 3 months. And I was like,
Whoa,
fuck,
that's
like,
pretty sick.
That's covered, yeah. So it's good because my dental hygienist, she's always like, she knows me. She's like, how's Maya? When are you seeing Maya? And blah blah blah. And she's like, oh, this tooth right here, buddy. You gotta watch it. I'm like, all right.
I don't like that though. Like, I want to have an anonymized interaction with my dental hygienist because I feel like seeing that close into my mouth, like my wife doesn't see that into my mouth. Like, that's too intimate. I want to have like a different dental hygienist every time. When they ask me personal questions, I'm like, don't stop that.
Nah, but I don't know. Like, there's some stuff like they write down the notes, and I know the other hygienists can like read them and shit, but I don't always think they do.
Sneaky,
you know?
freaky.
Plus, if she makes a mistake because she knows me and we're kind of, you know, let's say we're like friend, we're not gonna go for like a warm glass of milk or anything like that. But I feel like if she like nicked me when she's doing some cleaning, she'd probably feel really bad. If it's an anonymous dude, they'd just be like, well, whatever, you know, here's some gauze.
I feel like I need more dashing power.
Oh, yeah, the ninja lady's not that good at that. She's got, if you can time it right though, the spin you can get is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you guys have the dentist that has like the TV on the ceiling?
No.
No, but I had one that had like a nice outside painting, so it kind of looked like you were out with the birds and stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Sky.
My dentist has it's like they're older iMacs, the big ones
yeah.
that they have on a giant arm that just like they swing, so it's like basically floating right above you, and I'm always afraid it's gonna snap and like, kick off. But they have Netflix, and they have these huge like audio quality, like super audio quality headphones, and like, do you want to watch Netflix?
That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah, and they've got you know, different radio stations and shit too. I tried one time listening to some music while they were working on fixing an old filling, but it was just too weird. Like,
Damn.
you know, got like heavy metal going, and they're like drilling in there, and I just want to start like thrashing my head around. But
Yeah, Netflix and drill.
I wonder if the X-ray machines are safe in the dental offices. I just feel like,
Well, they're not, right? Like,
that's what I mean. Like, they're like, all right, I'm gonna take your X-ray now. I'm gonna leave the room so I don't get cancer. And it's
Yeah.
like, what? I mean,
You get the lead vest though, man.
yeah, but it's still like.
wait,
shooting
I have not gotten a
radiation.
lead vest like the last 8 times I've gone.
no,
Really?
but are you
What?
going into the separate room that like rotates around you?
Yeah. I mean, the
That's-
room doesn't rotate around me.
it's
This
a
isn't
different
Doctor
machine.
Strange. It's just a machine in it. That,
Yeah, but it's in basically a closet.
yeah.
Yeah. I think you don't need it for that, but if you're just sitting in the chair laying down and they point it down towards you, that's when they do the vest.
Yeah, I always had the lead vest. It just feels like, what is that lead vest covering every necessary area it needs to?
Oh.
Like, be able to have kids, you know, and it's just years later.
Yeah, but it's
Just
it's because the
Take it.
hygienist does like 8 appointments a day, and you do like
Take the-
2 a year. Oh, you baited us so hard.
take the chest off, or the vest off your chest, and then just like double it up or triple it up over your cock.
I just want a ball pouch like a jock strap, but lead
Yeah.
sack.
But then you get like lead poisoning sometimes, so it's like, who knows, man?
Don't you have to like consume it for that? Or?
I don't know. People always joked about that when you like stabbed yourself with a pencil accidentally.
Oh yeah.
I've done that before and I was fine. Okay.
What? That's because they're made out of graphite now.
I've been stabbed by a lead pencil at school in elementary school. I've also seen someone get like really stabbed by one before.
I don't know if this is true, but there was some girl who like, she like took a pen and just drew on her like entire arm with the pen.
Yeah.
And someone else was like, "Oh, her arm's gonna fall off."
Oh, come on.
No, I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Yeah, the ink seeps into your arm and like makes it
Into
fall
your
off."
skin and stuff.
I don't know if there's some scientific thing that actually maybe could do that, or if that's just like,
Oh, getting intense.
That can't possibly be true.
I don't know, man. Science is weird.
Not if you join the Pen 15 club.
Oh, pass attack.
Wow.
This is worth a lot of points.
Ah!
Get a Cobalt, don't do it.
No!
Yes!
He hit me in the
Holy
back.
Shit. That's the craziest one we've done yet.
No. Nice.
We can come back. We have the technology.
It's just a 28-point rally. It's no big deal.
I guess it's a point tattoo. I don't know. It was really elementary.
I mean, I recognize it's not like good for you, but still. People are like, oh, I don't want to see what college NL graduated from if this is their biology program. What are you talking about? Is that did they teach you Bio 101? Don't draw all over your freaking arm with a pen? It'll cause kidney failure?
There's always Sharpies that were the worst, I think, there.
I could see that.
There was an episode of House, I think it was in one of the earlier seasons. And this got my mom like super paranoid, but like it turned out that this lady or dude was wearing these jeans made in whatever country, and they used, like,
how often did you wash them?
They didn't. That's the problem. And the dye that they use was like, I guess, poisonous, and it like seeped into their skin and made them sick.
So I'm guessing this is like a season 15 episode of House.
No, I thought it was like season 1 or 2, or maybe I'm just completely remembering it wrong, and my mom just wanted me to wash my jeans or something. Because she was worried after.
Like, genuinely worried.
Kinda. She's like, you never know what's gonna get you, Michael. And it's like, this isn't how I go.
I really like those sniff pens though that they used to have as kids. The ones that smelled really good.
Yeah, I think I know those. Yeah.
Like the flavored ones. Well, not flavored, but just scented, I guess.
The jury's out on
my favorite.
So if you want to hear like the grossest story from like middle school, it's we had this lab, I guess you'd call it, or like a module in our science class where we like got all these minerals. So we'd get like, you know, here's like a little chunk of potassium feldspar or something like that. Here's a little chunk of, you know, cubic zirconium. And then they were like, every night you're gonna take home like a different mineral, because we had them in these plastic bags. And then you're gonna like you know, write a little report on it, like what it looks like, what it smells like, you know, does it scrape off, yada yada yada. There was one of them that was just like a big old salt lick, and in the description for it, it was like tastes salty. And then nobody really talked about it, but on the last day though, everyone was like, so what'd you think of this one? I was like, well, I licked it and it tasted exactly like salt. And then everybody else in the class like begrudgingly admitted one by one. They're like, I also licked it. I also licked it. So like, I'm pretty sure that was just a lab to get us all to get either herpes or, you know, the chicken pox or something like that, to make sure we were inoculated against our upcoming high school experience. Basically, we all, as 13-year-olds, licked the same rock in my class. Did you lick it? I licked it, yes. It tasted very salty.
Just like the PJ Salton at Twitch.
It's exactly...
Where everybody licks the damn cube.
In hindsight, not a great idea.
No, it's real nasty, and it lingers for a little bit in your mouth.
Oh, fuck. He's
I thought that would bait you.
Did you lick the Switch cartridge? I actually did, and I didn't think it was that bad. Like, it wasn't good.
YouTubers were Exaggerating for views?
Yes! People like lick it and then they go, ugh, that's too much. I licked it and I was like, this is an unpleasant sensation, but it's not like actually poison.
Oh, I'm rattled.
What? Oh, yes.
Curveball.
I had the same lab and I remember thinking, what the hell is wrong with everyone? I'm not licking that. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was very modern at the time, but now I'm like, you know, it's a sign of the times.
Social experiment.
Get your dog to lick it. See how he reacts.
You want to see my hand where my hip be at? Good shot. Oh, he went actually off like a rocket.
Assassination.
Oh, I wish like when people blew up in this game, their limbs could fall off too.
Yeah,
Whoa.
absolutely.
In the grill.
He's done it.
No!
Oh.
No! No, 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 no!
No.
Yes.
I'm rattled.
Delta Army.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
I want to be this guy with the jumpsuit.
Are you talking
can,
about
if
Michael
you
A.
lose
Fox
match.
in his Canadian tuxedo, or are you talking about
Yeah.
His
Dwayne
name
The
is
Rock
Dan
Johnson?
Dan. No affiliation with Dan Giesen.
I also, in that same class, I was doing a project, and our teacher was like, she got like, it was supposed to be like an accelerated program, so she was like, this is what science projects are like in university. And we're like, okay, we're 12, but whatever you say, lady. So she's like, you know, you have to come up with like a thesis proposal, and then, you know, here's all the tools you can have from our labs to do it. So me and my lab partner were like, let's do something with like these syringes. We can get like a hydraulic sort of something or a pneumatic apparatus going. And then we were messing around with them. We put like a little water into one, and then squirted it, and it just like went on the floor. And she was like, you two! And come see me. And she pulled us into her office and was like, I think you guys might have to fail the science module. And we're like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, if you can't handle the lab equipment without, you know, being silly about it, then you're gonna fail. And we're like, that seems like a little ridiculous. She's like, well, sorry, that's just how it goes. And then
She's just trying to scare you.
I think so, but then I was like, you're an idiot, because we never actually did the project. Like, we just did that day, where she's like, okay, come up with your thesis proposals, and then we never finished the project at all. I think she was just having a bad day and wanted to feel big or something like that.
Probably. Oh, extra gangster on a child.
But I was not buying her intimidation technique. I was like, excuse me?
Please, Amazon Echo, please.
Hello?
Why you do this?
Hello, Alexa.
But I
I
was,
didn't even say your name.
it was also like, you know, let's be honest, we're in like an accelerated program. You're not gonna fail someone's kid for messing around with a syringe for 2 seconds. Like, you know, you're gonna lose all your funding. Why does my 12-year-old have to do another year of 6th grade? Oh, they spilled some water on the ground. Sorry. We run a tight ship
Graduated
here.
a cylinder before. Oh, I had that.
Hello,
Blue
Alexa.
pack
Ah!
right on in there.
Boys in particular are punished that way because of the educator's past experience trying to educate other boys. I don't know about that. Like, I think that boys just, they get into a particular kind of mischief. Or have a tendency to, at least. I don't know about you.
Celebrate!
There weren't too many girl fights at our, well, at our high school there kind of were, I guess, but
Oh, yeah.
I think that's how you can judge, like, the trashiness of your school. If you're like, who fights? And you're like, the football team. All right, you probably, what's it like being in the 1%? If you're like, oh yeah, we have like, ladies kick the shit out of each other all the time. It's like, now you're on our level.
Two ladies during lunch.
Excuse me, Austin.
Nice swing.
What?
Hello?
You got so quiet.
It's a. Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I'm away from the mic. Sorry. We had two girls in middle school who started fighting in the lunchroom during lunch, and they just started pulling each other's hair
Yeah.
and screaming like at the top of their lungs.
Do you know when it was
Everyone
over?
No, it was like 3 tables away, but everyone was just laughing because it was like. Just funny. They were just screaming and pulling their hair. I mean, it didn't look like they were really fighting that much.
The slap ones are the best. Saw a couple of slap matches. Those really get down. Hair pulling and the slapping.
I don't know how common this is, but our school had a fight club.
Yeah.
They would, in like 9th grade, they would walk like 500 meters away from the school behind the convenience store, and then people would just kick the shit out of each other.
Isn't that like a ringleader of that or something?
I don't know, man. Like, I didn't go. People are like, you want to go to the fight club? It's like, one day I want to get out of this town, so that seems like that kind of gets in the way of that goal. Don't talk about it. You talked about it. I can talk about Fight Club. Doesn't bother me.
You make your
They
own.
wore boxing gloves
Oh, that was totally
some of the
neat.
time.
Do you remember that time we had a mutual friend of ours, or acquaintance at least, named Luke, sat at our table? And then
Yes.
these guys came over to him and they're like, hey, this dude wants to talk to you outside. And he's like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then he walked out. He walked back in like 5 minutes later with like a bloody nose, and his shirt was covered in blood and like tears in his eyes. And we're like, hey man, are you okay? And
How'd
he's-
that talk go?
he was like, yeah, I'm okay. And we're like, what happened? Like, oh, they sucker punched me. It wasn't E-Luke.
Luke.
Should have been though.
Oh, okay. Oh, dang it.
I mean, that's not a fun story, but it was... I'm not laughing at him for getting beat up, but the fact that he just sat down back at our table without talking about it at all was very... It was a little awkward.
Oh.
I don't know. My favorite, I don't know, it's not really my favorite, but like, I just, for some reason, enjoy, like, our school had a lot of what you would call skids. I'm not sure if you can say that on the internet, but,
Oh, he's done it.
and I don't know how regional that is. Like, is that something in?
Yeah, I still don't know what that means, but I do know it was the parlance of our era.
I don't want to tell, like, you know, like, of the people at our school who would be considered skids, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to, like, explain it because I feel like chat might be like, yo, this guy is a jackass.
Don't let chat shame you, okay?
You're a skid, you're a kid.
Oh,
We used to do this thing where we'd have one person sneak behind the other and stoop down, and then you'd have another person nonchalantly be like chatting them up, and then you push them over them.
Oh,
They
dude,
fall
that's a
back.
classic.
Yeah, we had like a little phase for a couple of months where we went through that. In the mud outside during our lunch break.
The book thing was big in my school. Like, people just, like, you were holding books with your shoulder, they just, like, hit your books out of your hand. You're like,
What's
ah.
with your shoulder?
Yeah, wait, what are you talking?
I meant, like, under your arm, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they just, like, knock your books out with leverage. It's just, like,
What?
Oh,
well,
With-
because you're not, like,
with
securing
leverage?
them really tightly, so they
Leverage.
pull the back of the books down and the books topple over. Right?
With leverage?
Is that not the force
Lever, the
behind
soap
the
brand?
movement of the books?
Leverage.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
There's a lot in that story.
Either way, if you haven't heard a word as much as you've read it, who knows how they'll say it, right? I get in
Anyway.
trouble with Pokemon all the time.
It's like one of those things where, like, it's so pointless, right? Like, oh, I'm going to drop my books. You just wasted 20 seconds of my life. All right. I guess I'll pick them up now.
See, to
It
me
wasn't
that's
like they
like
would
a
do it and
prison
everyone
thing.
would point and laugh. They just do it. No one's even looking because everyone's trying to get to class. And it's just like, oh, good job.
That's when you pick up the book and smack them in the face with it, though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You got it's prison dominance right there. Basically, it's high school is prison for young children, where they are forced to learn. That's how I look at it.
Look, I can't handle another education discussion.
Do we have those often here? I don't know.
we get into it sometimes.
We
There was
scared.
there was an article this week. I think it was in The Guardian, but I can't remember. And it was like, basically, like, all these scientists have signed off on this document that's like, please stop teaching people that learning styles are a thing. It's just giving them an excuse to not try hard. Because they're like, you know, well, I don't really like school. I'm an auditory learner. Can you put all the lectures in MP3 so I can download them and listen to them while I sleep? And they're, like, the gist of it was, they're like, it'd be really helpful if you just, like, taught in one way and forced people to adapt to it. And I was like, you know what? Finally. Someone who shares my extremely narrow-minded, draconian view of society and learning.
Good one.
Yeah. That was a bad one.
It's okay. We got a substantial lead.
Do we? How we doing here?
I think it's pretty even right now, actually.
Rob would give you an
Left the
earful
game,
about
stayed
this.
back in.
Oh, that's true. We
won-
did lose the first one or two.
Yeah, but yeah, it's true.
I just did the splits when I got exploded. Things are up for 2 months.
Yo,
Draconian Extreme.
Tetsuo, thanks for the $15, dude.
Oh,
I
it's
just
a
think,
swinger.
like, you know, we
Oh,
should
I
teach
had
our
that.
kids that, like, excuses never work. Like, this is maybe a little intense, but, like, I think starting from, like, 4th grade, if you hand in an assignment late, you get a 0. None of this late penalty, like, our 8th grade teacher was like, if you don't hand something in on the day it's due, it's -2% per day. 2%! Oh, let's
That's not bad at all.
get a real rush in on that one, right? So, and in high school, some of them were like, it's like a 10%, you know? I think, no, just force them to get it done. If they don't get it done, then so be it. Like, you know, that's life. Like, I had an assignment due this week. I was at PAX the whole time, and I was like gonna do it, and then upload it from the airplane Wi-Fi on the way back from Boston to Minneapolis. And I was like, if I can get that done, anybody can get this freaking assignment done. There's no excuse for there's rare excuses for extensions, I guess. 30% per day, I'll accept it. But the thing is, like, people will buy excuses sometimes, but you're gonna make a much better impression if you just get the work done regardless of the excuse.
I lived my whole career on procrastination as far as education. I would time out every single point, or plan out every single point so that I could do the least amount of work and still get at least a solid B or C.
But
minimal work.
with the procrastination, though, you gotta do the same amount of work. You just get the added stress of maybe not being able to finish it in time and do a
But I
good
work
job.
better under pressure.
Yeah,
so
but
I usually do.
maybe not, though.
I usually do my best work when I'm stressed out and I'm put under a lot of pressure.
I don't know, maybe.
Too late. I thought you grabbed it.
You know yourself
Now-
better than I do, so I accept that. But
I can
And-
see how different strategies work for different people, though.
I used to procrastinate, but now I'm like, I don't know.
Knock it out.
I just knock it out because I'm like, if I do it like as the first available opportunity I have right after it's assigned, I never have to worry about it. It's just done.
I will agree with you. The procrastination is bad, and you shouldn't do it. But I still do it. I just don't have good self-control. So
I don't know.
I could
Here's the
do
thing.
this work, or I could play Call of Duty.
Yeah, but what if I want to play Zelda, I won't enjoy Zelda that much, knowing that, like, I'm like, okay, I better stop playing Zelda soon, or I'm not going to be able to do this thing. Instead, if you just do the thing, you're like, I can play Zelda as long as I want. That thing's done.
No, but I don't do it like that. Though. I only get mad about playing Zelda and procrastinating once I'm done playing Zelda and actually have to do the work.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Zelda is the escape, so that you don't have to do it right away.
Do your work, kids, in school. It's good for you. That's motivational,
Eat
right?
your vegetables, do your work. Why do I have any following on Twitch? Like, I'm like, hey, stop playing so many video games. Why don't you read some books? Hey, stop watching streams. It's unproductive. Where's the vegetable sponsorship for streamers? It's always like energy drinks.
Blue Apron, man, they
I'm
sponsor.
thinking of craft stir fry or something.
Yeah,
here.
but I don't like. I'm sure there are streamers who can get sponsored. I don't have the Blue Apron body yet. Nobody's sponsoring me for food products.
Dude, I'm sure you can get the Blue Apron sponsorship. Rooster Teeth has it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to
I think
say about
Serious
Rooster
Teeth had it.
Rooster Teeth, Blue Apron. I mean,
Oh, wasn't ready.
that's right.
Okay,
So,
guys, Ketsuo wants to know how to ace his interview tomorrow.
Okay,
never had an interview before.
you've never had a job interview.
No,
That's
I
amazing.
I can't remember. No, I never. Because the first job I got was a good job, but I was kind of lucky because like my parents knew the VP of the company.
Yeah, but usually with nepotism, they at least have to put up the facade of you interviewing.
I think we did. I think I did like talk to him, but he like knew that I went to school. Wasn't an idiot, so he was like, "You got the job."
See, that's like a great connection. I got some jobs through connections, but I still had to go talk to them. Just get like sight unseen, give you the job. That's great.
Swingling.
First things first, iron your khakis. Sorry, Austin.
Yes.
Iron
your khakis, don't wash your jeans. Oh,
that was whoa! Great job.
Thank you.
Such a terrible
It was a
super
fluke.
throw.
I think with interviews, it's hard not to ramble, but try not to ramble on and on.
Yeah.
Be clear with your point, like straight to it. The more words you say to somebody, the less they're gonna remember or retain.
You're kind of likely to incriminate yourself at some point as well. Like, I don't know. I have a good batting average with interviews, but they were probably jobs that I was gonna get anyway due to connections. So I don't really have any advice. You could lie. I mean,
that's the exact same position I was in for my job. Like, I knew a guy that I was applying for, so if I messed it up, I had to be really, really bad. That's on me.
But, you know, at the end of the day, even if your connections to getting the job and doing the interview and you lie and all that stuff, like, they're gonna find out if you're a jackass in the job. So it is, it's just less of a waste of your time and their time if you're straight up.
how are you supposed to answer the question, like, what's your greatest weakness?
You say my greatest weakness is I work too hard and I don't want to take a break. Nope, don't know when to take a break.
See, I've done
That's
that.
when they know you're a bullshitter.
Yeah, like I've done that and I've gotten the job, but I think I was gonna get it anyway. Afterwards, I was like, it probably makes me sound like an asshole. But what if you said, like, if I was being honest, I think, you know, my greatest weakness is like sometimes I'm not detail oriented, and then like they're gonna be like, well, we don't want this guy. He's not detail oriented. Would you rather have the asshole or the guy who admitted to not having the skill that we want him to have?
The whole point of an interview is to lie and tell them whatever they want so you get the job. Because if you don't get the job, what's the point, right?
When you can give sincere, like, criticism of yourself, but I feel, and this is kind of universal, whenever you're giving feedback or criticism of something, whether it's how Ryan plays Isaac or, you know, how a chef cooks a burger, you give, like, a suggestion or, like, how you yourself are working on improving it. So, like, something I say, like, a lot of times I think too much about something before doing it.
Yeah.
And then that either makes me not do it, or just, you know, I'm late to doing it, or I try to perfect it too much. So, like, that would be something. And then I would say, but I'm trying to work on it, you know, this way or that way. So then they know that, okay, this dude's got flaws, but he's self-aware and is actively trying to improve. Like, that's kind of how you want to go with it, because then, you know, they know nobody's perfect. And if you try to come off that way, they're going to be like, well, what gives?
What if you actually were perfect, though?
You got the job.
Well, I am.
You'd have to-
means he who is like God, and being God is like
Oh,
perfection,
man.
right? So,
So how does it hit you in the head sometimes here? Is it just when you don't hit the button in time?
your back.
You're bad.
If you're turned away, it'll knock you on.
Teaker said in my
Makes way too much
first
sense.
job interview, they asked how my friends would describe me in one word, and I said creepy. That's probably the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Unless you're like the dude who takes care of the servers at night after all the employees have gone home.
Or you're a security guard, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Or like you're working at a haunted house or something like that as the Frankenstein's monster. That's.
I would just, like, break out my phone and put on the classic song "Workin' Man."
Oh yeah, this song really
Like
sums
that.
me up.
Yes.
Well, yours would be Red Barchetta.
Right, yeah. Because I like breaking the rules. That's like the #1 thing about my personality. I love breaking the rules.
We did break the Airbnb
We-
rules, so
I read the
Inadvertently.
manifesto that they sent us, because I just left it all up to Kate. And then I read the manifesto like the day we left, and I was like, we definitely broke all this. They were like, don't have people in the Airbnb after 10 p.m. I was like, man, I think I'm really glad I didn't read that until we had already completely ignored that, because that would have been a super bummer.
That's why I always go hotel. 'Cause
Yeah.
The hotel lobbies are 24 hours, so. And I can get food, and it's usually closer to the con. Yeah, I'm gonna pop for a little bit and I don't get to stay with people, but I'd rather have my own personal bathroom.
I mean, I'm with
So,
you.
I don't know.
We probably won't get an Airbnb that large again.
yeah. I don't know. It was nice, but I think it was a bit too nice in some ways.
It was too nice.
Well, it's like
We
they
didn't
had
deserve
like
that.
there was like the furniture had like golden studs in it, and they had like these cutout seahorses on the wall and stuff. And I'm like, oh, it's just the TV, Wi-Fi that isn't slow as molasses, and like beds and the
It
fridge.
just creeps me out when they have like pictures of their family in there still.
Yeah.
At some places, and I'm just like, I feel really uncomfortable right now. I don't know why. I'm like in your home, but no one's here. I would never trust anyone to do that at my house.
I like Airbnb because being from Vancouver, it's really nice to go to another city and artificially fuck up their housing and rental market.
Good point.
You're like, man, a family could be living here. Instead, you're renting it out for like $200 a night. That's $6,000 a month in rent. Why wouldn't you? So basically, that was my way of like getting back at Boston. Wow, that was terrible.
I couldn't believe you didn't get that.
No, they're like aren't they really trying to like fuck over Airbnb legally right now because they're like fucking everything up in a bunch of cities?
Yeah.
From what I heard, it's like they're not going to be doing Airbnb much longer that way.
Yeah, we live in like the golden age. Like the way I understand Uber as well is basically like it just expanded so fast that it was like the Air Bud principle, where it was like, well, there's no rule that says you can't do this, so like sure, we've got Uber now. But then like as cities wised up, unfortunately, like Vancouver, there were regulations in place that made it not doable anymore. But now they're like, we can't get rid of it.
Yeah, I think Toronto recently passed regulation that says if it's a condo,
We've done
the
it.
condo can say like F off Airbnb, something like that. Which makes sense. You don't want a bunch of hooligans like us going into your condo and disrupting your daily life while we're on vacation.
Like if my neighbor was renting their Airbnb out, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
You'd be like, they're making noise all the time.
Drill holes through the wall. And then like fart in the hole.
It's a pretty good idea.
I think so.
Oh, right back at me.
Yeah, dog.
Dude, my brain does not work. Like, it hasn't really worked right since maybe Sunday.
Yeah, but
No
the brain
way.
named
The
itself.
daylight savings was like I've never been more affected by a daylight savings until this.
Really?
Yeah,
I hate it.
absolutely shattered me.
I didn't even notice.
Now that's
and then
crazy.
the next day, people were like, daylight savings. And it's like, oh. Cool.
I feel like I wake up every morning and I'm so tired, even though I got a regular night's sleep. It's been messing with me.
I had the greatest
Awesome
sleep of my
thing,
life last night. I like was dead to the world. I woke up at 8 a.m. That has never happened to me like since being an adult. Out of my own volition, I was like, yeah, 8 a.m. That's when I want this to be over.
It was 11:30 for me.
Still,
the other day.
it's not that bad.
PAX time. That PAX schedule still.
He's
One
done
more,
it.
boys! The bouncer!
Yeah, she did like no. Wow.
Oh,
I didn't slide for it. That was needless.
That was fun, guys.
last one wins, right?
I like the ninja
So
outfit.
big.
It is
It's pretty
very
sweet.
tight.
They won't let me say I'm rattled here. Anyway, we'll be back in 3 minutes to play some Pinturillo. See you soon.
It's my first subscription. How does this thing work? Hells yeah, thank you, Torkel, for the subscription. Just type mouth cuddle into the chat and you're good.
Hey,
Hey, Bear.
Hey there.
hi. How you guys doing? Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Good
How you been?
good to hear you.
Yeah, man. Tight. I'll get to hear those. Oh, what was his name? I'm not gonna be able to remember his name. Tuco?
Oh, Tuco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of Tuco references these days.
I did it at PAX for some reason, and then it's like kind of slowly getting into my vocabulary,
Your vernacular.
my vernacular. Ugh.
I want to talk about job interviews.
Okay.
But I want to wait. I want to wait till we're in
Wait.
in the meat and potatoes again.
Is it just you and I?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm right here.
Well, should I set Ryan's chat topic?
I think it's just me and you, Fox. I don't hear anybody else talking.
No, yeah. So okay. I'm gonna set Ryan's chat topic to something good, but I need your help.
Let's see. What do we need? What do we need more of today? What have you guys not had enough of today?
Yeah. Do you guys need more love? Do you need more, like, sexy?
You need more. Yeah, it needs to be more lewd.
Nah, we talked
Hashtag
about food
lewd.
for a while.
That's true. Well, that's not lewd. That's gross.
Well, it's lewd to some people.
Are we just using Pinturillo2.com? Mine's all in a different language.
Don't tell chat to be lewd, because chat takes it too far every time.
What do they do?
What don't they do? They are
like
the
Bryan Cranston
essence
and Malcolm
of the
in the Middle.
internet.
Ah.
Ryan roasted them on anime earlier. I like.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That was good.
That was great.
Yeah.
That might be like roasted the month right there. See that on ESPN.
What would you guys say is like? Ryan mentioned he had a good batting average for job interviews. What would you guys say your average is?
0 for 0.
Oh yeah, no, I know yours. How many have you guys had? Would you say?
How many what?
How many job interviews have you had over the course of your life?
Probably 5.
That's not that many.
No. I interviewed at Goodwill, where basically, like, I guess an interview means you get the job. It's literally, like, the first question they asked was, like, when can you start? And the second question was, can you lift 30 pounds above your head? And I was like, yeah, I got it.
That's like my, that was like my interview to be the seasonal floor rep at Target.
What is a seasonal floor rep?
A seasonal floor rep. So that's when you're only hired to help during the Christmas season, and then they dispose of you if they feel like
you're like a mercenary, basically.
Yeah. But I was lucky enough to continue to be hired on after my initial trial period. Although I was.
Oh my God!
Wow. What? Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
Is everybody
Stop
okay?
telling that story. What happened, Fox?
What? Was that me?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
Man, your microphone just like imploded.
Yeah, that was a terrible.
Sorry.
That was a horrible sound.
It was really bad. It completely threw me off.
Sorry, chat. That's what Ryan's chat gets for not subscribing to me. I need it. I'll do it again every 5 minutes until I have 1 million subs.
I've probably had like a dozen interviews.
Yeah?
I think I've got a pretty good batting average too. And like the thing about your early days interviews, you know, like when you're going to interview at Little Caesars and movie theaters and shit like that, is that I think you're right in that most of them, if you get to that point, the job is yours to lose. They're more or less just sort of like doing a personality test on you. They want to make sure that you're not a complete jackass.
Yeah, can you show up for work like 95% of the time?
Right.
Like you're in, no problem. Also, do you have a college degree? Because oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take it personality, kid.
I think even though like beyond that too, I only had a few interviews for things that were, you know, more or less relevant to my degree, and then ended up getting a job that was completely irrelevant to my degree. But I think a lot of those interviews do end up being kind of an extension of that, where they're just, if you have gotten to that point, you're more or less qualified, and they want to see if you're going to be able to work well with the people there.
The only interview in my life that I've ever fucked up was an interview for Canadian Tire, and it was like perfectly made to be the most anti-me interview you could possibly have. Like I've told this on the show before, but they showed me like a picture. It was a group interview. They showed like a picture on the projector of a screen that had a sink pouring water, and then on one side there was a spoon upside down, and on the other, they were like concave side up, and the other side was convex side up. And they were like, which one is gonna splash more water? And I can't remember what I said, but I was like, they'll splash the same amount of water because the volume of water is the same coming out of the sink. And I'm pretty sure that they were just like, nah, it's the one where the concave side is down. And then
that one's hard.
They were also, this was just to be like a sales associate at the store, like walking around and be like, yeah, the wheelbarrows are in the wheelbarrow aisle.
They're gonna ask you this when you go to sell tires to people.
And then they were like, hey, where are your references? And I was like, oh, I didn't know I needed those. do you guys have like a piece of paper? And then they gave me a piece of printer paper, and I just wrote down my references with 2 phone numbers.
That's great.
And then afterwards, I was like, nailed it. I did not nail it, though.
How did you beat me? I typed it. Oh, the ding ding went off at the same time.
I think I've told the story of my worst job interview on here before, which was for Cold Stone Creamery. And
did you say you won't sing? Like,
it was also a group interview, and I didn't realize there was going to be like an audition portion of the interview where once we're all done talking to each other in our Kumbaya circle, we have to sing a song to prove that we can sing a song in the store. And I decided to just go with an operatic rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it. So I got to do the whole ballad, and I was like, I was committed at that point, so I went like hard at the end, and then I just sat down, and that was just, man, like those people did not like me at that point. Like not just the people interviewing me, but everybody else. It was a bad vibe. Then it turns out they told me I didn't get the job because I said that I wanted an easy job, which is also not advisable.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
I got a job at Laser Quest, and I was just like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I don't care. I know how this place works. I play here all the time. And he's like, all right, 16-year-old.
Laser Quest was like a big brand, like it was across the country? I thought Laser Quest
it's
was just like...
based in Canada, actually.
What?
There's over 50 of those junts around the country. They closed mine down locally.
This is a big deal. Ryan just got out Canadian.
Yeah, I didn't know Laser Quest was Canadian.
It is Canadian-based. Indeed.
Gotcha, you little bitch.
Well done. Well played.
That's like a once in like a year thing where Ryan doesn't know something's Canadian.
Yeah, I only recently found out. Laser Quest is Canadian.
That Canadian base. I still think the American teams usually beat the Canadian teams though in laser tag. That's more popular.
We had a Laser Quest, and then we had like a home, like local laser. Oh my god! Stop,
dude! Yeah, you gotta knock that
That's really bad.
Do you see your little bubble popping up when that happens, Fox?
No, but I know why it happened now.
All right.
Well, we had the local place, and the local place wasn't doing too great. Like the Laser Quest was beating them out, but then there might have been some foul play. I don't know.
Ooh.
But this. Hold on. Yeah, shit.
Great drawing. Great drawing.
But the Laser Quest had a pipe malfunction, and the whole place flooded, and they had to close it down. It wasn't like recoverable.
Wow.
So we just called that the flood zone, and people went in there at their own discretion.
But then the local laser place exploded because the Laser Quest wasn't there anymore to compete.
No end then.
Now our bathroom would overrun, and also when it rained real hard, it would come in through the bottoms of the doors, and like be like 2 or 3 inches of it. We'd rope it off, but people would just sneak through there all the time.
Yeah.
And did not care at all. What the hell?
This is a really good drawing.
Okay.
That does sound like insurance fraud.
Oh yeah. There should be a movie made about that.
I mean, I've told this story before, but I definitely got a job I was unqualified for. In the end, it turned out okay because I was able to mostly deliver on what they asked. But they're like, we need you to make like a database for us. Can you explain how you do it? And then I just bullshitted, thinking that they would know that it was bullshit. I was like, you gotta get the information stored over here, and then you make like an interface where you can change the information and see it. And then when you make a change, you push a button and it updates the database back on the other side. And then they were like, you got the job. And I was like, I don't know what.
Oh, GG, too smart.
You basically just asked me what a database was, and I gave you like a 5th grader's idea, and that impressed you.
I mean, where you
got that so fast. You were on fire today, Austin. Jeez.
I got the Pinturillo. It's my game.
Are you guys freezer on top or freezer on bottom sorts of folks?
Mine's on the side. It's like a double open.
I've been familiar with those.
My old one was on the side, but the one I have now is on top.
Oh yeah, sorry, Malf. I guess I kind of just said that out loud for you, didn't I?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Mine was on the bottom, or it is on the bottom now. But I prefer it being on top.
Yeah, me too.
Just give me a freezer.
I like to stick my head in it.
Nice. Sorry. Oh no.
Oh, the 2 slasher.
Oh,
Something
no.
I didn't want to admit about myself is that I'm 100% vulnerable to the idea of, well, I mean, out of sight, out of mind, right? As far as food goes. And if you got junk food, you want to keep that out of the way so that you don't eat it.
Okay.
And if it's out, I'll eat it.
Yes.
And I'm so bad about it. Like I'll just grab whatever is there. So I have to keep it hidden.
Yeah, I think abs are built in the grocery store, man.
Oh yeah.
That's why they put all the junk food and shit that's like what you see. And then you gotta walk.
Like the end caps, right?
Yeah. Get a walk.
That's a term I learned working at Target.
What is an end cap?
An end cap. That's the part of the aisle where you got like the whole aisle, and then at the end there's the cap, I guess.
What the fuck is this?
A voodoo witch doctor, like going to camp in the mountains. Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
What?
It gave me the letter, so I knew what it was. I get it, but I still hate it.
What's wrong with this one?
Combine.
Okay. Oh, it's still. I don't know why they're holding the little bit. Oh, Paul.
That's a dad. It's not a pedophile.
It literally
drawing
looks
jeans
like
on
they
him?
have a hanging baby from a stick, and they're holding.
It does look like
like
he's holding like a mannequin.
He's
or
just
something.
patting the baby on the head like a good dad does.
Take me camping, Paul.
Just draw Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's a rectangle.
It's got some like squiggles on the corners.
You
that
would
notify it.
never identify it without knowing in advance what it was supposed to be.
You're out of your mind, unless you can't draw it.
Well, that might also be true.
Yo, free idea for
Okay.
2,500 retweets. Make the shape of Pennsylvania out of pencils and take a picture of it.
I get it. Pennsylvania.
There you go. You're
That
welcome.
Is one of these? No.
Bear, if you ever say that again, I'm gonna give you a Pennsylvania Dutch rudder.
What is that?
What's that?
It's
It's good drawing though.
Yep.
Dutch rudder.
Is it on that side, or is it on the other side?
I don't know. No,
So-
I think it's on that side.
Fill the potato with Dos Equis and then insert it into your body.
The liver no like the alcohol. It's a zoom out of the close up. Yeah, my elf dancer.
No, at first I thought it was like the universal drawing of an angel.
Yeah, I was kind of going for a little bit of Isaac impressionism there.
I can see
with
that.
the
I
God
can see
rooms.
that. I'm for it.
Oh no.
Ooh, Pokemon Sun Moon.
Don't encourage him.
Luna Stone.
Free game idea. Make a Metroidvania in a sketched pencil art style set in Pennsylvania. You could call it a Pennsylvania.
Aw.
Look at that Tuskus. Look at the Tuskus.
That's too good. That's way too good.
Okay. Yes. It's got flipper
Whoa,
hands.
okay.
Oh.
He's Rayman.
That's a
Go,
latex
go,
glove.
gadget hands.
Oh, he's wearing his special slap gloves.
Ah.
Oh, he's gonna slap him.
Got it.
the fuck?
It's clear. The message is clear, boys.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Come on, Ryan. Pistols that down.
Hey, no verbal.
Yeah, that is.
I know, but I feel
I
bad.
would warn you if I had
Feel
the
bad.
option.
We guessed it.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
thank
can't
you.
do that because you suck.
I'll tell you one thing. I want to
gonna
be
warn
this
him.
dude's glove salesman. You're making a killing in commission. Challenge?
Challenge?
Challenge you to a
slapped him with
duel.
a glove.
Oh.
I hate it.
You know, maybe if you had placed the glove touching his fingers.
You
That-
don't wear the glove.
something.
You hold the
Yeah,
glove.
he's not holding the glove. There's
Do you
space.
see his hands? You think he can hold anything? Oh,
The glove was just floating outside of his presence.
floating in space. Do you
No,
like
they didn't have that at the
trash?
karaoke place.
Well, we just couldn't find it. We don't know. That was a really bad search
Yeah,
system.
it just did
was
not
so
work.
bad. Was it you were looking up Shania Twain and you couldn't put in Shania?
Yes.
But you could put in TW.
No way, Austin. How did you do it?
That is a universal
Hello.
shape for this thing.
Most-
It's a 4-letter word.
How did you
What?
do it?
What?
You guys are not. You're one step
what's
behind.
this?
He hasn't drawn the word yet.
He hasn't
Draw
drawn
it in
the
your
word.
mind.
Oh!
Yeah, he drew the word now.
I'm gonna do a little thing right there.
Draw it in your mind.
You have to if you want to succeed.
That's the fucking meta game Austin's playing at this point.
I thought it was I thought it was the thing you hang from your car to make it smell good.
An air freshener.
Yes. I was like, how did you fit that into 4 letters? What word am I
I
missing?
can't believe before I finished drawing the tree, he had jumped to step 2. He's ahead of even me.
He understands the map, like the mental
Yeah,
map, the neural
he
net.
does.
God.
Cash me outside.
How about that?
Doesn't she have like 1 billion Instagram followers?
I hope so.
Don't give her
Oh,
more.
the 13-year-old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you calling her a lady.
Well, anyone who goes on Dr. Phil is a grown up in my mind. Yep.
What are we
Oh,
doing here?
it's got to be. Whoops. Okay. Yep, that was correct. You ever wonder, like, maybe as a society, like, we're really messing up? Like, that lady is getting famous for being, like, for having so many undesirable traits.
Oh my!
But it's like, it's only going to last for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but, like,
It's already
Bear,
been
what's he
2
doing?
weeks.
She
She
can-
made Dr. Phil like Oprah made him. She said.
she can do a
Bear,
lot of
what's he
damage to her reputation permanently in those 2 weeks, though.
And she can also make a shitload of money and not care as well. And then fade into the shadows, then come
You think
back
she's
as the
making a
number one
bunch of
rapper
money?
of all time.
She's definitely going to be cast in, like, the
YouTube
next scary movie, right?
Jersey Shore.
She's been in, like,
Still making
rap
those?
videos, guys.
Oh,
Have you
she's
guys
like
not seen the
actually
rap
showing up?
videos? Yeah, you can go like look it up on YouTube. She's in like this actual rap video,
Oh.
where she's like on top of a car and she's like throwing cash everywhere and shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
I think we're going to be okay as a society, though.
I don't know, dude.
I think we're going to make it past this.
Are we going to go there right now?
Or not, no, I'm saying this
Get
is in
real
like,
deep.
Cash Me Outside Girl.
Oh yeah,
all I'm
yeah.
Ah, shit.
That's a good one.
Gosh, I'm stumpified.
I remember when I had this word and I drew fire and then black and white.
Oh, those are the days.
Oh,
Complete opposite.
water
meta.
sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Surprised I even got a smidgen of points off that one.
I read today that she's been making $10,000 a month off of this. I mean, that's great, but it's
She's
not good.
13 or something. Like,
That's not gonna last, though, right? Like,
No.
she's not gonna be 40 years old and leaving like an answering machine.
sad.
It should be. Yes, I'm most famous for Catch Me Outside. How about that? But recently, I was the Nobel laureate for economics at Oslo University.
What is this floating dangling eyeball here? The dangler. Okay. All right, nice hairline.
Yes.
What?
I don't. Just came to him in a dream.
It's a Pinturillo word. We've had this a million times.
Okay.
Please let me finish this.
Glad to know it's a Pinturillo word.
Yeah, that's helpful.
It's not a word anyone ever uses ever, except in Pinturillo. They're like, oh, it's a word.
Let me finish it, Pinturillo.
But, dude, you need that paint bucket tool.
Dude.
Do they have one?
No.
Oh my God.
I would never have guessed that in 1,000 years.
Hairdo.
I use that word.
I didn't know that was
but
a
don't ever-
word.
I don't ever type that word.
Are you kidding me?
Boards. Boards. Oh man, that's good. That's good. Oh.
Woo.
Nobody
That
pooped on
is-
that man's head.
That is a
Baby, you were born this way.
the.
I'll make it easy for you, Daddy.
What?
This is like that Bart's Nightmare level where you have to avoid the radiation clouds. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, the context was everything for that one.
It was. 'Cause it looks like a fucked up
Is that an
cookie.
umbrella or a pickaxe?
I thought it was a piece of popcorn at first.
I don't know, what is it? He's got to get the goodies.
Delicious
Some
nuggets.
yellow fake teeth eating
Yeah.
three dots.
That was good, man. Why is that guy holding an arrow? Fuck you, chat. It's fine. It's a pickaxe. The best one you've ever seen.
This is not bad. That was a pretty good drawing.
You don't. The time just goes quick. You think you got an idea and you just got to move on it, or before you know it, you're coloring in hair and you only have 10 seconds left.
Yeah, thanks, Mouth.
This is Stretch Armstrong, obviously. Or Gumby.
Oh,
Melted Gumby.
Oh, okay.
You gotta give him the.
Oh, yeah, okay. Great drawing. Great drawing.
Oh.
Boy, I've just fallen off the
Bone
curve
in the
here.
heart.
It's a really good drawing.
this is. Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Damn, the points
oh, not. Oh,
are just such a difference there. 60 to 15. Ouch.
Yeah, that's what you get for turning in your assignment 3 days late.
Yeah, 2% off a second.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm just saying that maybe we wouldn't have Cash Me Outside Girl if society implemented every single one of my rules.
I would not want to exist in your ideal
I
society.
don't think so either.
I've already.
Oh, it's 5 p.m. Looks like all fun for today is now over.
What are you talking about?
Ryan, you've got 3 decrees you can issue globally that you think will fix our problems.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh my God, he got it.
What?
You should not have this yet. If you don't use your turn signal, you get thrown in jail for the weekend.
I'm with that one.
You get 3, and that's your like first number 1.
No, I'm on his side with this because okay, here's a quiz. Who should use their turn signal?
Everybody, all of the time.
At least stick your hand out the window if it's broken or something too, like old school.
If you are on the road in a car, you should be using your turn
Thank
signal.
you,
That's
yes.
the answer.
You know what? Because this, I think, is emblematic of what I hate about parts of society, which is that they're like, it minimizes my chances of dying in a fiery car wreck and, you know, killing somebody and their whole family. But it inconveniences me for literally like 0.05 seconds, so I'm not going to do it. I think, you know, honestly, you shouldn't be thrown in jail for it for like life. But yeah, I think if you don't use your turn signal, maybe you get a warning the first time, and if the officer sees that's 2 in a row, then 2 days in jail. You lose a weekend. You lose a weekend. And it never goes higher. Like you never, like on your 3rd strike, you don't get thrown in jail for life, because that's just ridiculous. But every time you see it, 30 days.
Unfortunately,
2 days.
An angry mob is already forming outside of your castle after hearing this first decree, so you're not going in at a great pace.
We
so
live
far.
as 2 kings.
fuck.
We got 2 more decrees.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh man. Okay.
is this?
This is. You have to finish.
This
high
stuff
school.
is just stands.
You have to finish high school.
You have to finish high school.
Yeah. Like
I can agree with that.
if you're caught outside unaccompanied on like a school day and you don't have an excuse, you don't have a degree, you don't have a high school diploma, they put you back in high school. There's like a prison high school.
Oh, I would be going back to school a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if I like this one though. Like,
No, I spent a good deal of my supposed to be in high school time not in high school.
Mouth.
Sorry, it got so
oh,
much.
I
worse than
know
it needed to
exactly
be.
what this is. So bad.
It's so bad.
What the fuck is this?
First, this is gonna be like the sand on the bottom of the ocean, and then this is like.
Oh my.
Oh
And
my
I think,
god!
isn't it like red inside?
What on
Literally,
fucking
that's a
earth?
clam?
That might be the worst attempt at a Pinturillo drawing ever. Like,
No.
legitimately.
Chat
Oh
got it,
my
I'm sure.
God.
Chat was like, "What's going on, guys? It's Pearl."
All right, I'm liking your second degree more than your first. What's your
So
third?
wait a minute though. No GED, no equivalency. You gotta graduate proper from the full-fledged thing.
I mean, I think you can get your GED later. If somehow, if you skirted your way through the system, and then like you're 20 and you're like, I need to get a degree or a diploma, you get amnesty. You know, I'm in the interest of promoting education.
Okay.
And every time you get put in jail, like it doubles your sentence, no matter what it was. Which we talked about previously, but that, you know.
I don't know if I have a third decree. I kind of want to save it, you know?
What does that mean?
It's like
Save it for what?
you always save the last wish.
It's a big one. Yeah, you got to let it stew for a bit. I want an answer on my desk by the end of the show, though.
All right, I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm trying to think of what annoys me the most about society. And there's
That's
lot.
a good line of thinking to go down, isn't it?
I really
No lying.
well, come on now. I really don't the signal thing. If people are like, that's not fair, well, just use your signal. It's no
No,
problem.
that one, like, I have no sympathy at all for that because if you're in a car, you should be able to use your turn signal.
How did you get that, you gods? Okay.
That's pretty good. Everyone's like jaywalkers, deli meats. No, I mean these are fine. Like,
I don't know. Put another person behind here.
I decree 3 more degrees.
Oh,
They're getting that little ballot.
yeah, that's right. I need to
I've
save my
like-
last wish to wish that I had never made these decrees. You know, it's like the perfect monkey's paw situation at the end.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
wish I never met you, Genie, etc.,
That
etc.
was so hard. It's the hardest ones I've ever had to do.
Like I have gotten angry at friends for not using their turn signals, and they thought I was joking.
It annoys the shit out of me,
quickly.
dude.
Yeah.
So
I
rage-inducing.
get so mad at people who don't wear their seatbelts, even my friends.
Oh yeah.
That's
You should
like,
definitely wear your
that's
seatbelt.
just
wear your fucking
madness.
seatbelt.
My car gets mad at me, so I don't have a choice anymore.
Oh, it goes like beep, boop. Yeah. Oh, great drawing.
Oh no!
never
But now
mind.
it's gone.
No,
Uh-oh.
it's too long.
Whoops. Okay. Well, we're gonna go. How about this? How about visual aid? Here we go.
There's some props out there for us.
Put the bar down. The last time we went skiing, there was like a couple on the ski lift with us. I didn't put the bar down for like the first 5 seconds, and they put the bar down, and I was like, you know, did we just become best friends? So many people. I get that's what all of my decrees are like about. Is like, I don't want to inconvenience myself for even 2 seconds to like make somebody else's life easier. Oh, I
I'm so
get
glad
it.
Austin got this.
I had to go through a lot of R words to get to it.
Hell.
Like, I was thinking this same thing when we were in, like, the grocery store parking lot, and one of the parking spots just had, like, 6 pieces of trash in it. And I was like, why are you throwing your trash out of your car into this indoor space?
dude, yeah. So this is like a little while back, and it happens everywhere you look, but it was particularly bad at a Costco, and there was like a parking spot, a handicap parking spot, and there was a dozen shopping carts just thrown in there.
Dude, that's it. If you don't bring your shopping cart back, two nights in jail.
You lose a hand.
I hate that shit. Look, I can't believe it. We're shopping at Whole Foods. The apple is like $40. Like, you go down to the parking lot, you just leave your cart wherever. You're like, I'm done with it. It's their problem now. Just leave it like in the parking lot or pushed up against the closest wall or something like that. Just bring it back to the cart thing. Your time is not that valuable. It's literally 10 seconds. So what you're saying is like, I'm so important that my time, even 30 seconds, is more important than the person who works here, like, to make their life easier.
Yeah, I've seen someone just push the cart through a Walgreens door and just leave it 2 feet away from the door and just walk right out.
Plus, you
I'm
are
like,
doing yourself a disservice of not riding the cart back to the store.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Well, the
is getting
stores
that-
are always uphill. At least the Walmarts are.
Nah, man, I got a flat level parking lot, dude. It's perfect. I just
Walmarts
skated
are always slightly downhill to like the parking lot for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, that's stormwater management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's to control the flow of water.
I think If I had a decree, if I only had one, I'd say if you get caught texting and driving, no more license.
Yeah.
No, instant. You're done. That's your one chance.
But I do that all the time. And
I'm gonna come
good at
clean
it.
and say I've done it, but I don't do it. Like I make a practice of it not to do it, but like I have done it in the past. But I don't like doing it.
I don't even look at my phone at red lights. It's just like, I think it's a slippery slope. Is like once you go down that road, you're like, oh, if I can look at it, then I can text at a red light.
Oh.
I just want to like I want to come clean on these things that I know we're trying to make it sound like we're not the bad guys here, but I've been a bad guy in the past.
Do unto others as you would do unto, like, if you're coming out of that Costco and there's like a shopping cart like right up against your car, it just like, even if it's not touching, you're like, well, fucking asshole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just, and don't do that to somebody else. Like, that's
Leaving the garbage out in the parking lot is like, man, people can see you. You had to make a conscious decision that you were going to be okay with people looking at you dump a bunch of shit out on the ground and then leave. Like I would be tearing myself up about throwing a banana peel out on the highway.
Yeah. I don't get it, man. The cart thing and like littering in a place that has garbage cans are two things that just blow me away. It's like literally you're saying it's not worth following the rules of society if it's gonna not even inconvenience you. It's not like you're holding 12 things. Or like, oh, I was gonna put the cart back, but then I got a call and I have to get to the hospital right away. I'm a very important person.
yeah. Burger King's gonna stop making sandwiches in 2 seconds.
I stepped in a freaking a wad of gum at PAX last weekend.
Yeah, that's
in the convention center.
Now, don't throw chewed gum anywhere but in a paper towel in the garbage.
But no, wait. What if the person saw a game so amazing that their jaw dropped and it just literally fell out?
Only
like,
at PAX, right?
Great try.
Fuck.
I feel like I should know what this is.
Yeah.
In the UK, you have to put $1 into the cart thing. Yeah, sometimes we have that. You have to put like a quarter in. But I think at a lot of places, now that everything's like electronic purchases, they just got rid of those because people would be coming up like, I don't have a quarter.
I haven't carried cash like intentionally for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have cash.
We did it.
First
So,
time
like,
I saw cash was like at PAX.
When we were in the liquor store with Rob, and he asked the guy, he's like, hey, do you guys take card here? I was like, Rob, be cool, man. He's gonna think that we like unfroze you from the 1960s or something. Like,
it's your dog.
of course he takes card. I don't know, what are they doing in New York? Like, we have cash only places in Vancouver as well, but it's always like, you're like, this restaurant is probably not totally on the up and up, but the food is delicious. That's like, if I was the IRS, I would exclusively look into like cash only restaurants because there's no other reason, right? Like merchants or credit card companies do take like a 1 to 3% fee or something like that, but at the same time, like, come on. You're like, I would rather cut off the percentage of the population that uses credit cards, which is like 95% of people, to avoid that 3% fee.
Oh.
Just a little happy face there at the end.
I thought this was like a tree with an elevator under it.
No, I'm with you. Like I always think like every place that operates cash only is a front for something else.
I think they're just not paying tax on it. They're like, oh yeah, we run a faux restaurant, but only like, we only had 10 customers this month, but we were still in business in like one of the most expensive cities.
At least got me terrified that like all of the nail spa places here are actually just human trafficking networks.
If Saul has taught me anything, I would agree. Saul.
Why am I drawing it again?
What about,
you're so good at it.
when was the last time you guys stole from a grocery store by getting a sample that wasn't put out on a sample tray?
What does that mean?
Like
What
you
is
go
that in the
to you
bag?
go to the bulk section and then you're like, I don't want to get 500 grams of these nuts until I know if they're actually delicious. So you just go snag one, and then you go, yeah, that's a good.
You stole nuts?
That's why they put the little no samples sign on there, man. You're breaking the rules again, you rule breaker.
I recognize it as thieving.
You lose your other hand for that.
What?
Yeah.
I think that's a constructive crime.
No.
How no?
Stealing.
I have to buy the whole bag of the product before I know?
No, hold up. Okay, we're bringing back. You said people aren't allowed to sample deli meat. They should know what ham tastes
because
like.
the deli
you should know
meat.
what a fucking cashew tastes
The
like.
deli
by now,
meat
mister.
takes up the deli person's time, which means that it takes me longer to get served. At self-serve bulk food bins, as long as there's not a lineup to try the chili lime hazelnuts or something, like, what's the problem?
You got eyes.
He's got attitude.
You buy a small bag, you dum-dum? I'm not gonna get a sample packet like this is network engineering. No, but okay, I'm not gonna go like I wonder if these are good almonds. But there's flavored almonds. You know, there's flavored peanuts.
You know what Cajun almond. You know what Cajun flavor tastes like.
I do now.
I love Cajun flavor.
Don't give me this horse shit.
Yeah, but there was some guy looking at the surveillance footage, and they're not gonna arrest you or anything. But he was like, "That asshole took a nut. What a jerk!" And they moved on with their lives. But
If you buy, I think if you take the sample and don't buy it, then you're kind of fucked up a little bit.
But then I'm not. But if I don't like it, I'm not gonna not buy it.
What was the point of taking the sample if you have to commit at that point?
But you're not supposed to take samples.
Correct. Well, yeah, you're just basically saying don't take samples then.
Oh no!
All right.
Bless your.
Oh God!
Oh no!
I will say, generally, I'm actually okay with the samples, but I just wanted to bring up, by Ryan's logic, he should not be able to try the nuts if people can't try deli meats.
If they had a tray of self-service deli meats and then said try one.
The bucket of nuts is not self-serve.
It is self-serve. You go up to it, you put a scoop in, and you go
buy them. It's
self-serve, dude. It's self-serve.
They don't have They don't have samples.
I don't have to go to the nut man and be like, "Hey, can I try a coconut Cajun peanut?" I just get the scoop out of the bag and scoop it into my hand and try one.
Coconut Cajun?
I just made that up.
We need to know.
I didn't reach into the plastic bin. That's unsanitary. I used the scoop. I picked up the scoop. I put a nut on it, and then I shook the nut into my hand and I ate it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
You're going to jail, man.
I recognize that it's
what you did. All the nuts would be bar nuts.
I recognize that it's against the rules. I'm just saying. I think you should be able to sample one nut.
Everybody should be able to lick the salt rock.
See, that was just short-sighted on our part. I accept that is wrong. Rob, drawing.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good one.
Well,
it's like this, everyone knows what a cashew tastes like. Past a certain point in their life anyway, but what if they have like sesame sticks or something like that? Or, you've never had any of these. It's like a quinoa snap. You're like, I've never had one of those. You have to commit to the whole product? I don't think you should commit to the whole product. I think you should just...
No. You man up and you say, I'm going to buy this whole package. And that's that.
It's not like I'm ripping open a bag and then eating one and then being like, that's not for me.
Here's what you do on National Nut Day. You just go around and you get a few of each that you've never had, and you pay for them all. But you're paying $5 just for a few of each that you've never had. And then there you go. So you're not breaking the law. You're getting to try all the shit you've never had.
I don't like getting the sampler plates, man. I feel like you're just, I don't know, maybe it's a mix of flavors that's nice, but you got to commit to one dish, I feel. I got a sampler plate of sausages at this hotel restaurant, and I just felt like
was it a charcuterie plate or was it a?
Oh, I love charcuterie.
Or was it an assortment of sausages?
I can't even answer that question. It was charcuterie.
Was it a sample of cured meats, often with cheeses?
Olives, breads, spreads,
tapenades.
Just different styles of sausage,
like Johnsonville brat, Oscar Mayer.
Can you name more?
Dodger dog.
Little cheddar smokies.
Wiener.
Maple leaf.
Ball
I had
parts?
some wieners on there. Yeah, I just had some good old fashioned Oscar Mayer microwave hot dogs
Bratwurst.
as part of the selection.
It's kind of what it sounds like.
Did you see
Oh,
Rob's
dude.
sandwich he made for Jess? It was like a split open bratwurst.
Really?
Hey, that sounds delicious. I love brats.
Did you see Rob's tweet that said
Kielbasa, too.
she asked me to get her dumplings and I gave her a hand-pulled noodle Lenny face and he spelled dumplings with an 8?
What?
Where do you even put the 8 at?
It was after the P, I think.
Oh.
It was like
How is it after the P? It's next to the U.
What the hell was I talking about?
tapenades.
Oh, my sausage plate. What did you call it again? A charcuterie?
A charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Our shark's cooterie.
Ooh, gross.
Oh, nice.
Someone
I-
type that tweet in plain text into the chat here, please.
Oh no.
There it is, yeah. It's like, is Rob okay?
One single sapling rises from the ground.
Oh, it
Kiss
wasn't
the
even like he was
thumb.
trying to replace something with an 8. He just threw an 8 in.
Yeah, he just put an 8 in there.
Gotta say though, those pork dumplings at Shanghai,
They were okay.
they were pretty good.
They're okay.
I love
Don't
dumplings.
say they were okay. You were
I mean,
drinking.
Ryan's probably had some dumplings,
America.
though.
They were okay.
It was polluting your tongue.
The Budweiser was better than those dumplings.
No, it's called
honestly.
America now, Ryan.
What have you fucking done to your chat?
What?
Budweiser changed the name of their main Budweiser beer to America.
What?
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
Budweiser and the label said America instead of Budweiser.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
He got it.
Oh no. Oh. It's not even the same color he used.
There you go. I should have done a side profile. It would have been a little bit better. Come on, guys. Were you not paying attention in class?
yeah. No, I wasn't. I explained that I was not in class.
God, it's equally as bad. Good drawing.
That
Thank you,
is-
thank you.
I don't care. I thought it was the poop drawing over again.
Oh, sorry.
I literally thought it was the zoom in on the toilet. Like, there's blood in there. No.
She wanted the dump ladings again, and I got her some hand-pulled noodle too, Lenny face. It's actually the worst tweet. I can't say it with a straight face. She wanted the dump ladings again, and I got her some hand-pulled noodle too, Lenny face. No punctuation. No effort at all. Yeah, I know what this is. No, fucking exactly what this is. It's a great drawing.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Dan, okay. I think I have all the pieces here.
This is Europe.
No, yeah, we know, but like,
Whoa.
oh fuck,
Right. Yep,
so meta.
of course.
I still don't know.
I'm sorry, Kobo. So, let me draw it for you, actually.
That's an impressive knowledge of European geography.
It's pretty
I
good.
googled it. There you go, Cobalt.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Yeah.
Scumbags.
It's really not fair, but that's life. That's my third decree.
You can't keep making third decrees, man. I'm gonna remember them.
Holy letters, Batman.
My third decree is there is no limit.
Infinite decrees, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would your decrees be, Bear?
I want to roll with the turn signal one. Actually, that's definitely rule number one.
You can get out of it, but you have to defend yourself in court, in like the court of public opinion. You have to actually go up there and be like, well, you see, the reason I didn't use my turn signal is, and then everybody like goes to each other in the audience. This is gonna be good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't value you as much as I value my time. So
I think you should be able to figure out when I'm gonna be turning. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
the worst is like you're at an intersection or like a four-way stop, right? Well, okay, no, let's do this over again.
I don't even know
I'll
what this
back
word
you, bro.
means.
I'm coming out of like the area where we live. I gotta turn right onto a busy street. then there's a dude coming in the lane that I have to turn into, and he's slowing down, but he doesn't have a signal light on. He's slowing down, and then as he turns right, he turns his signal light on, and you can tell in his head he's like, yeah, I deliberately inconvenienced that guy. He could have turned like 15 seconds ago.
It's not okay, man.
I hate it. 2.5
seconds ahead of your intention.
Just signal early. You give people the go ahead. Like if I see someone that wants to turn into like my lane, and I'm about to turn right, I'll flip on the signal light like way in advance. Give him a head start.
The point of the signal is to signal that you're about to do something, not that you're doing something. So doing it mid-turn, you just don't even bother.
Yeah.
That's just a complete waste.
Like, I was a shitty kid when I was in high school. I wasn't very smart, but like I did pay attention in driver's ed because even at that shitty age, I recognized that class wasn't just for me.
Yeah, it's important, man.
Like, you got to know that shit when you're out there operating a 2,000-pound metal death machine.
Is that a pizza?
It's a really hard word, man. I don't even.
It's lunchtime. It's pan for lunch.
It's really a 3-parter, but I just winged it, honestly. And I didn't have time to look it up. That's a hard one.
What is duende?
What the fuck is that?
Duende!
What?
I don't know what it means.
Google, what is
duende?
A quality of passion and inspiration.
Oh, okay. That makes it even easier to draw.
Duende.
Never seen that one.
Duende butter waffle?
That means
Apparently it's-
eld in Spanish. What is eld?
People are surprised
Elf.
I did driver's ed in school. Did you do driver's ed in school?
We didn't, but, you know, there's worse classes, I think. 60 points.
Oh, fuck. It's the other-
Bus!
Shit.
I'm just going to go ahead and finish that drawing there.
My grandfather used to slam on the brakes if somebody was tailing him on the highway. Who's in the wrong? Your grandfather.
I would do that too as well.
No.
If somebody's riding me too close, I give them a couple of little warning taps. I don't slam them. I give them a little like, you're too close, ... Look at my blinker light things.
If somebody's on my ass, I just like get out of the way.
Swap lanes, drop back, and I
Yeah.
stare at them.
I just let 'em go.
Act
I'm
like
like-
I'm reaching into my glove compartment.
It's not worth it.
Oh, here's conversely, I have a big issue in larger cities like Toronto, for instance. A lot of people on the road. You come up to a light and everybody stops. But I so often see people, they leave 2 car lengths in between them and the person in front, and you're like, listen, there's people way back there just like trying to turn onto that street, and they can't because it's backed up a million years because everybody's afraid to get within a decent, what is this, just like
You got completely mind flooded.
Shit.
just saying, like, it's not like you need to touch their bumper, but you can get closer as long as you're like easing into it, like, no worries.
Brian, what the fuck is part 2?
He's a karate master.
I don't know where the intelligent creature is in this. Oh, nipples. I thought that was part of the creature.
It's Bruce Lee.
Clearly. Clearly.
He's breaking a
Judo
board, as you saw many times during his kung fu career.
You should have drawn Lee from Tekken.
I was gonna draw Rush Hour.
Oh, yeah.
Lee!
do your best, Chris Tucker.
I just did.
That was that it?
Oh, no.
It
Yeah,
does.
that was
It pisses me off when people tailgate me, though. But there's the other thing, the fourth decree. But it's really a subset of the Signal Light 1. Because they're both related to driving. Oh, fuck. It's too easy. Great drawing. Oh. If you change lanes more than 20 times in 10 minutes, your car gets impounded for a week. If you're like the person in front of you, like here's because we have very few protected lights in Vancouver, right? So
Yeah, you do.
if you want to turn left, it's a pain in the ass, right?
I hate Vancouver driving, and I was only there for a day.
It's pretty bad. But what happens is, like, people will get in the left lane because nobody wants to be in the left lane because people turn all the time, so it's not busy. But then someone in front of them will turn, and they just, like, jam themselves back into the right lane and then go out the other direction to try to, like, speed things up. And, like, it just makes the traffic substantially worse.
Why doesn't your city just have turning lanes?
Because they don't want it to be, like, they don't, maybe Mike has more insight, but they don't want to put protected lights because it might incentivize turning and turn, like, not busy roads into, like, major arterial roads.
Yes.
How do the lights work anyway? They just use like sensors, I guess, to like tell if your cars are coming.
Some of them are like
No.
pedestrian controlled. Like when if someone wants to cross, they push a button and that sends the signal that in like 30 seconds we're gonna switch over. But
Oh, it's
Like,
manual.
In large
Sometimes.
cities, it's like it's automated and like timed and shit.
Yeah. Huh.
But it's always like there's like 2 cars in the left lane because somebody's gonna turn left eventually, and then like somebody goes and they drive all the way up the left lane, and then the dude in front of them wants to turn left, and they just like jam themselves in front of everybody else, and like you are
Nobody
actually
was
the
really
reason.
patient.
Yeah, no, Vancouver drivers are really, really bad.
Not just the
All
drivers,
drivers
but
are
the
really,
bikers.
really bad.
Oh, the cyclists are very aggressive here.
Oh yeah, dude. I got yelled at twice in a weekend.
Well, were you jamming up the
Okay,
the
one
lane?
of them was my bad. One of them was my bad for sure. But the other one, the dude was like out of the way, and I was like near the path. But man, you gotta take it easy.
Yeah, it happens all the time. The seawall is like this hugely touristy area where you can like walk nicely from one end of the city to the other along
Yeah.
the waterfront. But people use it as like they're training for like the fucking Tour de France. So it'd be a family from Singapore like taking photos, and then this dude in full on like biker gear is like, get out of the way! And then they just like they're not used to it because it's insanity, and then they like freak out and like walk backwards and almost crash into the guy, and it's
It's like he's in the middle of the fucking Tour de France. Like, dude, you don't have to maintain a 4-minute average. You're gonna be okay.
It's really just for recreation on that area, but like, it is nice though because then you never have to deal with drivers. So, anyway,
I know a lot about Vancouver.
I mean, you were there for like 18 hours or something.
I spent some time. I saw the many art exhibits.
You did, yeah. You walked along the seawall, part of it at least.
Is this Boston?
You guys are getting it.
It's the drawing. Let me look at that face. That face is only made during this this kind of communication.
I'll make
It's
a
pretty good.
big version of it.
Is he like throwing a ball at his face? I don't get it.
He only has one pupil.
They can't believe what they're hearing.
Oh, I just thought he's throwing a ball.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh, you hit me with the
It's
ball."
the ear. It's the ear. Whispering into the ear, the whimsical gossip.
Oh,
Do you
those
think then, like,
ears.
It seems like most of your decrees are driving related. Do you think just like automatic cars are going to solve most of the world's issues at this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in self-driving
It's-
cars.
Like another one is when you're on the highway and
You're gonna ride
there's
it all
3
night
lanes and
Yeah,
people
you
keep
get your motor
changing in and out. They got like you got 200 kilometers to go or like
Yeah.
whatever, 100 and some odd miles. And you're like, all right, speed racer time. Like, okay, shift up, go right. June, Dale Earnhardt Jr., suck it. And then it's like, get in the lane and go. Yes. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, we tied.
No, I'm exactly with you. Like, I think like Washington State has the right idea. They're like, hey, stay in the fucking right lane unless you need to pass somebody.
Yes.
It is annoying though. Like you have somebody in the left lane doing like just barely over the speed limit. You're like, just get over.
I think my driving experience here has been like probably the best out of everywhere I've lived, and I've lived a few places. I know that Boston drivers suck.
Oh, it's so bad. Mine kept screaming out the window, "You motherfucker! You motherfucker!"
Yeah.
That
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
All right, let's take some time to pimp our channels.
Fuck.
Oh.
Perfect timing. Why don't we start with the bear taffy?
Hey everybody, I am Bear Taffy, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, BAER Taffy. I'm playing Hollow Knight, I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I think that's all I'm doing right now. We got our podcast coming back as well. Austin will be on that tomorrow, and I think Dan is going to be there too. That'll be tomorrow at 3 o'clock Pacific over on twitch.tv/roundtable podcast.
Dope. How about you, Austin?
Yeah, I'm Austin. Kind of threw me off there. I think Malf should be next, you know, and if we go by old order.
You know what?
All right, you know what, Malf, you go next then.
I don't want to go now.
I'll go.
You
go,
can
Bear.
find me, Michael A. Fox, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all that good business. Hopefully getting back into that YouTube thing now that I'm settled. So, cool. I'll see you there. If I don't, have a good one. Have an America for me.
How about you, Austin?
I'm Austin. Twitch.tv/last_gray_wolf. Gonna be streaming some more Zelda tomorrow, and then Terraria meme stream on Saturday. So if you haven't seen one of those yet, happen once a month, you should come by and watch. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
How about you, Cobalt Streak?
What's up? It's me, Cobalt. Playing some Isaac, some other games. Just got back from PAX, so we're going to be hitting it real hard, doing a lot of hours. And just playing lots of fun games. So I got some RimWorld, a bunch of cool stuff. Stop on by if you want. Be part of the community. We go ham. And I'm here every Thursday now, so we're swapping the days up.
Dope.
I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on the show. Although
thanks for having me. I'm Rob, Alpaca Patrol.
She wanted the dumplatings again, and I got her some hand-pulled noodle too, Lenny Face.
Look,
Rob, do you
get
proofread
pumped
before you
like
tweet?
No, of course not. I
You
was
just
typing
write it out and then you
quickly.
shoot it off, huh?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. There's so little screen space there.
What are you talking about?
The picture.
How did the 8 get there? It's after like the L. The L's not even close.
Hold on. Let me try to write a tweet right now. The 8 is right next to the I.
It's
on
2
top of
keys
the I.
away from
You
the L.
have to at least read it over one time before you you've got a responsibility, man.
Honestly, I refuse to be totally honest with you. I will never read it.
Oh, the 8 replaces the I. I see. I understand it now.
Exactly.
Oh, it's still awful.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted the dumplatings.
Yeah, they were very good actually. She enjoyed it.
What's Lenny Face?
Oh, look up Lenny Face.
Lenny Face is the one that the guy's going like, meh.
Yeah.
You know.
Can you get some Lenny Faces in
Lenny
That
face.
man, good explanation.
Oh,
He's going
yeah.
like, meh. It's
He's
the
going like,
Reddit
meh.
Reddit face.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna hang up on you guys.
All right.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining me.
Have a good one.
Thanks for having me on.
Get out of here, Robert.
Bye, everybody. I love
Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, that was madness. Thank you to everybody who watched today. Thank you to everybody who subscribed as well. We're going to start with bits, though. Thank you to Last Station Night, Stompy San, Desmond, and Ketsuo Taberu. Thank you for the cheers. And then on the subscription side, Urban Elf, Space Your Name, @K, Total Bread Roll, Gibbs 501, Cap'n Cook 94, G. Biermansky, All of Space and Time, Michelle RSS, TCL Assassin, Digital, Realism, Lanixo, Western Wolf 13, Magnificent Cattywampus, LT Barry JF, Black Plant, Qit, Boom SX, Delete Master, Snowy Albino Bear, Energy Turtle, Helix Locuna, Crumba, Mr. Stanix, It's Me Sick, Rincewood, Serm, Leviathan 131, Club Rat, The White Knife, Mr. Reed Dead, Wedge, Swagger, A Dirty Ewok, The Ultramarine, Astro Zist, Goku Dog, Metal Neo Hunter, Game Cops, Dr. Zwick, Lead and Jelly, Jimbox 321, Skelotic, Captain Oblivious, Double Taco, Mouse Hero, OC Mojo. Don't try to mind flood me with she wanted the dumplatings and I gave her a hand-pulled noodle too, Lenny Face. OC Mojo, What's a Ferg, MX Chump, Zyler Keatum, Scruffy Lemming, Inconsistent Gaming, Evil Toast 64, Scott 12329, Zeptional, Cobra Titan, Waska HD, Ellen Dill 89, Midve, Centaur Pie, Kubop, Brett Pirani, Rorquaza, Latino Cream King, Logan Wolfric, Oh, it's being auto-banned by mods. Whoopsie daisy. I didn't mean for that to happen. Maybe I did. Aerodactyl, Yokel Hop, Delusions of Grandpa, NBK Reborn, The Comfy Geek, Squeaks McGee, MCon729, Cho the Master, Bry Guy 4500, Dr. Rock, The Jacko 189, The Ragu Doctor, JP Birder, Booty Sweat Drinker, Pond Collector, Burple Grounce, V-Tree 28, Tree Q's, wait, 3 Q's, Alibaster 1, Naturin 808, BroBGYN, Fearless Banana, Faxit2, T-Square, Zinnis, Reflex Rewind, Araxis, Jimbo Heppy, King Wizard RL, NCSUS Smash, Sir Frenzy, Ninja Breadman, and Squeg. Thank you guys very much for the subscription. And the Dark Lord 000. It sounded like I was just adding a little tag at the end for Satan as well. We'll be live on Kate's channel tonight, twitch.tv/lovelymomo. You can watch us play The Binding of Isaac Anti-Birth or Afterbirth Plus there. I'm not sure which one we're going to be playing. That's at twitch.tv/lovelymomo, 9 p.m. Maybe like 9:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 hours and a bit from now. But for now, you can watch Robert watching the Power Rangers at twitch.tv/Alpaca Patrol. Cobalt is also streaming right now. But for now, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Roundtable tomorrow.